this in our game?
This is Angel's theme.
I don't think I've heard it. I usually have Unity muted.
All right.
Victor left the party.
Victor.
We are currently online.
There we go, now I can hear that.
Oh, we're online. Oh no.
We did it?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Through Rust We Are Returned WageSlaves tabletop role-playing game. I am here right now with the wonderful crew, at least some of the wonderful crew of Through Rust We Are Returned. So I guess I will go ahead and start, and we can go through and introduce who we are and what we are doing on this game. So I will go ahead and start off. My name is Griffin Carlson. I am the creative director and narrative designer on Through Rust We Are Returned. And I will be your mainframe master for the evening. I said that in a really weird way. Ooh. Mainframe master. So then, yeah, I guess we can do this. Start from the top with Alex, I guess.
Ooh, I get to go. Okay. I'm Alex. I'm one of the programmers on Through Rust We Are Returned. I'm playing Ambrose. I don't know if there's any more info, I should say.
Hi, Alex.
We're just going over intros. I'm being awkward.
Speaking of which, hi, Damien.
Hi. Hi, I'm Damien. I'm the UI UX designer and artist. Yeah, should I say my character's name too?
Oh, yeah. People say your character's names, yeah.
Okay, I'm being, Sir Ermelandus. Yeah, a homunculi.
Yay! Next up was me, but then it's Kyle.
Hello, my name is Kyle. I am the lead programmer on this team, and my character's name is Sir Yamason.
Yo, imagine programming in this economy.
Couldn't be me.
Alright. Hi, I'm Ryan. I am lead designer and product owner, and I am playing Sir Maximilian.
Oh, me. Hello, I am William Schoenberger. I'm the business student that snuck in here. I am the marketing lead for Through Rust, and I am playing Victor.
What's his name?
Victor.
Victor. Good. Very
Victorian.
Victorian.
Hear that from someone else.
So, we have all had a chat pre the stream. I kind of explained what the rules will be that we will be playing with. To let viewers know, these fine individuals will be trying to survive a week in the capitalistic dystopia, which is Through Rust We Are Returned, in this far-off future London that has now taken over all of the British Isles. They are spirits, which are these AI of people that are stored within this thing called the Heaven mainframe. They then are uploaded into these robot bodies called homunculi and sent out to go labor and do tasks within the city of London. Everyone here's goal will be to accumulate 100 pounds in a 1 week time span. And those who are unable to accumulate that amount of money will be deactivated. So we are going to see who will survive a week in the Through Rust We Are Returned universe. And with that, we will begin our adventure in a sea of darkness. A single beeping sound begins to rise in all of your ears. As you think far away, possibly, you can hear something growing louder and louder and louder. Then all of a sudden, a voice speaks. Activation system initiated. Year 3027. Welcome to the Heaven mainframe. This blinding light kind of glows in front of you as you all feel almost a feeling of sunlight hitting your eyes in the morning as you're waking up. But instead of finding yourselves in a room, you all find yourselves in this just kind of plane that just seems to be expanding in all directions. It is just this strange neon bluish void that you can see is going in all directions away from you. But other than that, you all appear to be alone other than these fine individuals that are standing around you all. And quite softly, you all begin to hear a strange noise echo out from around you. You see these other individuals standing around you as you stand in this strange, semi-holographic, shimmering plane. Is there anything you'd like to say to each other?
Oh lord, I guess it's that time of the week again.
Good are you? Who am I stuck with this week? Come on.
Kyle with just the British mumblings.
Don't get to it.
Who am I stuck with this week?
As you all kind of look around at these individuals that are around you and start kind of assessing this area that you are in, all of a sudden, this kind of shimmering plane that is in front of you, with this kind of dim, softly glowing light overhead, begins to darken. Everything around you begins to kind of, this just never-ending plane begins to kind of contract inwards. As all of a sudden you see these kind of shimmering walls begin to form. You see these two large eyes along the walls begin to kind of open up as you see these kind of wheel-like symbols begin to shift around these pairs of eyes that you can see begin to lock around you all in this strange kind of circular, almost arena that you can see fills around you. Then in the center of the room where you are all standing, the kind of shimmering, ethereal landscape begins to almost bubble up and form as you see these kind of glitching pixels almost begin to meld into this human-like figure, which towers over the rest of you as you begin to step backwards. You see that this kind of towering figure begins to almost just kind of rise out of all of this as you see lights and systems begin to activate on it. All of it has this weird kind of see-through, transparent, kind of trippy feel to it all. And then the figure looks down with two large glowing eyes emanating this yellowish green light. And then, across its face, a smile appears. Hello, my dears. Welcome to the Heaven mainframe. I am your guardian, Mum, but you may call me the matriarchal universal mainframe. It is so wonderful to see you all again. With that, you see this figure that was towering above you kind of folds its way back down as you see with crossed hands this woman standing up quite straight, yet built into this kind of glowing mainframe around you, smiles with this just kind of weird, very fake, kind of placid look as she looks over all your faces. You are all looking wonderful today, my children. Did you rest well?
Sure.
That is wonderful to hear. Now, let us begin with business, shall we? With that, you see she swipes her hand to the side, and you see all of these kind of panels start forming around her. As you see all of these different tasks begin to kind of move around, video screens you can see begin to flicker in the areas around her as she begins to hit different areas, kind of communicating with all these panels around her. You can see that on some of these screens there appear to be other robotic figures that are working in different areas that are talking, several of them that appear to be talking to similar looking, these like upper half busts of a person that you can see are built into the sides of buildings, who all appear to be talking in unison with all these people around the city of London. You can see that in one area specifically, though, all of your eyes are caught for a moment by what appears to be flashes going off in one area. And as you kind of look over towards that, focusing in for a moment, you can see what appears to be gunfire going off in one area, when all of a sudden you see this figure of someone moves their way forward. You think that you can see a figure with a bowler hat that's making their way through this crowd, firing with a pistol towards something, and you see as they turn, another figure emerges from the side, bashes them with what appears to be a baton, and you see of these two purplish pink eyes look towards the screen and nod as that entire stream cuts out for a moment. You see a smile appears for a moment on Mum's face, more genuine than the one she was giving to you all before, until she turns back to look at you all again and goes, I believe we have business to deal with today. Time to see what London has in store for you all, don't you agree? I will need one person in the party to roll a d6 to generate what your first task is going to be.
Alright, who has either the best or the worst luck?
I have no luck, so I'm gonna do it.
I rolled like 4 natural ones yesterday, so I think I got the bad luck out. So
Alright. Kyle, it's up to you.
Yep, let's do it. Rolling.
Kyle, I believe in you.
6.
6, that is player choice for the first one. So that means it is up to you all. Would you like to have your first mission in the core, the Manchester-Liverpool district, the Glasgow district, the Belfast district, or the Dublin district?
Oh, which of these was the least bad?
Might as well start with a familiar. Go to Manchester.
Sounds good to me.
Mention that, and you see for a moment Mum's face kind of turns over towards you and goes, "Are you sure, my dear? We have many contracts happening today, and Manchester has been a bit, busy as of late." And you see this just kind of smile cracks across her face. "But if you would like..."
know best, Mum. What would you suggest?
Well, depends what sort of job you're looking for. We have had some high-ranking associates dealing with business in Manchester, Liverpool, and if you are looking for a bit of action, I suppose something could be arranged. And with that, once again, she swipes her hand, and you see all of these other screens vanish around her. As you see one of them appears that shows Manchester, Liverpool, you see all this kind of holographic map of the central region of the British Isles kind of appears from there. You see these different targeting areas begin to point towards areas. You can see that there are these little messages that say possible rebel base that you can see are marked in several areas around it with question marks that you can see are in different areas. You can see that there is a wanted poster that flickers up for a minute, and you see it says wanted Oliver Phillips, and you see she swipes that to the side and begins making her way down, kind of typing at this strange virtual console that appears in front of her. I will need someone to now roll a d4 to see what sort of job Mum is able to acquire for you all.
I can do that if people want.
Go for it.
Sure.
A 3.
Wow.
Oh, fuck.
You see Mum
Think your luck worse.
taps onto the screen, and you see with that, Mum goes, "One moment, please." And you see she swipes this thing up, and you see that in the air kind of in front of her, this hologram flickers for a moment. You see that this figure kind of appears wearing what appears to be an East Orion military uniform with a hat pulled down for a moment. And you see the figure immediately moves to attention. And she goes, "Captain Lawrence," and goes, "Is there anything that we can do of assistance?" And you can see that there are shots that appear to be moving back there. And she goes, "Well, it's been a bit crazy here recently, and, well, Angel, stop that. We are trying to get things figured out currently, but, it is, a little bit hectic here. It's rookies that you're wanting to send in here. I swear, we're going to have this all sorted." And you see Mum kind of turns and looks back and goes, "You know that you can always use more aid." And you see, the figure of Captain Lawrence apparently sits there for a moment and goes, we have the East Sector pretty well, handled." And with that, you see an arm goes flying through the air of something that goes flipping in front of Commander Lawrence as you see she turns and looks to the side. Goes, "Jesus Christ. It's very well under control. A little too well under control, actually. But, these rebels will be dealt with in no time. West Quadrant, though," and goes, "we have recently received word that a group of anarchist homunculi are taking refuge in a bombed-out factory over there. We could use a little bit of backup if someone could clear out those anarchists for us." And you see with that, Mum goes, "They will be more than delighted to do that. Are you sure? If they're rookies, they might not be..." And with that, you see Mum closes the stream in front of her, and then swipes the thing up. And with that, you see the entire base of this kind of digital Mum infrastructure shifts to the side. And Mum goes, "Well, it appears your work has been dictated for you. You will be going to the Western Quadrant and dealing with a group of anarchist homunculi. Is that understood?"
Sounds good to me.
In such a situation, I believe that it would be important, quite imperative in fact, for me to tell you all that vigorous homunculi would do the best. If you are not vigorous, well, I wish you the best of luck." And with that, you see the visage of Mum in front of you flickers, and then the plane that was around you all just expands outward for a moment. Your contract has been generated. And with that, you see that this digital screen appears, and you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signature lines that appear to be on there. Does everyone want to sign their names?
Not like I got too much choice.
Yeah, Max can't really
sign
write,
off.
so he kind of like does a weird M. Kind of looks like writing.
I sign a very sloppy E. That's just kind of all I can really muster.
On the side of the contract, you see this little kind of chibi cartoony mum boop, appears on the side of it and goes, "Good job, my children," and then the whole thing flickers and vanishes in front
I
of you.
don't like that.
We have reached the contract planning phase. It is now up to you all to decide how you will be going about this contract. If any of you will be helping each other in this sort of way. So go ahead, Vigor is going to be the stat that is challenged, so everybody make a note that your dice pool is going to be Vigor, whatever your Vigor is. If you don't have a good Vigor, remember for the first day you only need 1 success. So for people that only have a 1 in Vigor, that's a 50% chance you will succeed. If you do not like those odds, it might be a good time to start talking to some of your fellow workers about getting some assistance. And with that, I release you to begin your planning for the contract.
I've
Well,
got 3 vigor.
I've got 1.
I also have 1.
I have 2.
Oh god.
I'm the only one with more than 1 vigor.
I have 2.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
well.
this is a dilemma.
If I go someone
How
else,
many of us can
help, it's
help
not
one
really going to
another?
change our situation much.
Nope.
I think you might be able to raise our odds a bit, Victor.
I'll try. But, I can only do so much. How's this? Decide amongst yourselves and I can buddy up with one of you.
I mean, I don't want to step on any toes, so I will take the 50-50 chance.
Alright.
All right. So, Victor, are you donating any dice to anyone else's pools?
I'll donate 1 dice to Alex.
Nice. Well, I'll keep that in mind when something that requires intellect comes in down the line.
All right. Is everyone prepared for your mission?
Yeah.
Readying from heaven mainframe. From there, you see the area that is around you kind of flickers in, and once again, everything goes dark.
Again.
As you all, one after another, begin to wake up, and as you kind of feel that simulated feeling of being in a human's body vanishes and is replaced with the feeling of just cold metal, as you all begin to awaken and get adjusted to your homunculi bodies. And what appears to be this just smashed up, kind of bombed out street of the Manchester-Liverpool district. Almost immediately, you see that a kind of tracker begins to appear, showing you all a path through this area of where Mum is guiding you, kind of a pre-programmed list of where you are supposed to be headed to. From there, you make your way down what appears to be several of these winding streets of the Manchester-Liverpool district until you reach this kind of bombed-out sort of building that you can see is over here. You have been told that this is where the anarchist homunculi are supposed to be. What would you all like to do?
Alright. Let's think about this for a sec. If they're in there, we gotta make this quick and clean as we can.
So do we have to resort to violence?
I think they're going to murder us, so yes.
I would also agree. It seems they're most likely going to try to kill us, so...
Do we know how many of them there are?
These
No.
bodies are expendable. We could just, walk in there, fall apart.
Yeah, I don't know about you. I still
I
don't
do
like
think
it.
this one already has some rust on it.
Alright. Let's
I
see
was
if we
falling
can't just...
apart from last mission.
Alright, let's see if we can't just find a window and at least take a look inside.
All right, so you are going to try to make your way over to see if you can spot
Get
a window?
peek inside. Yeah.
Okay. With that, you will be making the first challenge. So, Will, go ahead and give me your vigor roll.
Alrighty. And what do I need to pass?
You will need 1 success for this one.
And what is the success defined as?
Is a 4, 5, or 6.
I have a 4.
A single 4, that is going to be a
Single
success
4.
for the first mission. I'll make a note of that. Okay, you using your strength, begin to kind of climb your way up one of the sides of this. As you kind of make your way up and peek your way in through there, your targeting systems begin to kind of track through this area. You can see in the kind of bombed out rubble of here, you can see that there appear to be these big flags that you can see are hanging in here, kind of slowly flapping, that you can see have this big anarchist A in the center of them with an I that is painted in the center of them. You mark these out as flags of the AI's Anarchist Association, which you have been told is based out of this area. You begin making your way through here. You can see several figures that you can see are dressed in these long kind of trench coats with these kind of disheveled hats pushed to the side of them that you can see are over in one area talking by one of the doors and taking pot shots at something with the large cannon-like arms they have on one hand. Your targeters make their way over and two little identifiers make their way up, Gap Blaster, as you kind of look your way over to there. You make your way through here. Doesn't appear to be much of a group. A couple Gap Blasters, and as you make your way down, you can see that there are several of the smaller Mark homunculi armor, sporting nothing but small little bowler hats that you would mark out as Mark Ruffian armor. Nothing too hard.
By the doors?
There were two that are by a far door over on the other side, but none by the door that you guys were entering in from.
I say we surprise them.
An ambush would be very nice.
Are there two levels to
relay all
this?
that info.
Sorry?
Are there 2 floors to this?
The second floor is there. Yeah, it's kind of destroyed, though. Like, a lot of it's kind of smashed out. You might be able to climb up, like, a window and get onto, like, the railing of the second floor, but it's mostly pretty crumbled.
What if we get in behind them and go through that door I saw and then try to, like, bash them with the actual door itself? Have a little bit of cover and then take out the 2 shooters.
Could do 2-pronged approach.
I was gonna say, might not be a bad idea for at least one of us to go in this door here and cause a distraction.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to try going in through the ceiling.
Alright.
Be alright, bit of fun.
I'm thinking I can probably take the door at the back if someone wants to come with me, just to make sure I don't screw up too bad.
I
If
do
you
guess
wanna
I
go-
could do that.
Alright.
It's just-
Well,
If you want to make a distraction outside, not necessarily showing yourself, but some kind of noise that they could hear, like throwing a rock or something nearby, just for a moment, you can come in down. Yeah.
oh goodness. Okay.
Sorry. What are your all names again?
I am Yamas.
I am
Yamas.
Ermelandus.
Ermelandus.
I'm Ambrose.
Ambrose.
Sir Maximilian Bondo at your service.
Maximilian Bundo. It's gonna take some convincing to make you think that's an actual name. However, if you want to go,
Fine, it isn't.
if you want to go in through the ceiling, that sounds like a good idea. Get the drop on him. Ermelando, if you want to make some kind of noise distraction, me and Alex.
Ambrose.
Ambrose. Me and Ambrose can come in from behind, get those Gap Blasters out of the way. Then I think we're set if you want to come in through the door.
Alright, so first stage of the plan is Damien is going to be giving a distraction.
Yep.
Alright,
Yeah.
so go ahead and give me a vigor check.
Oh God. 5.
5. Alright, so you make your way over, kind of sneak your way over into one area, and you were trying to distract the Gap Blasters?
I'm trying to distract, like, kind of anyone, I think.
Okay, kind of.
Like, just kind of pulling people's attention away from the door.
Alright, so you make your way over into one area. You've got kind of a pistol that you've got. What sort of distraction are you trying to do here?
Probably just make a noise that sounds like far away, but close enough to be threatening.
Alright, so you pick up a chunk of the rubble that's from one of these areas and kind of hurl it off a bit of a way so it cracks against one of the other kind of crumbled factories a bit of a way. You see the 2 Gap Blasters that are by the door, both of them kind of turn their heads and their eyes target forward as this kind of red light begins to glow out of it, and one of them turns and goes, "I'll check that out," and goes, makes his way kind of out towards it, as you see both of them, and the ruffians definitely, their interest has been brought over to that direction, and both of the Gap Blasters have made their way out to go investigate that. Alright, Ryan, Kyle, Alex, what sorts of plans did you all have?
Swan dive off a ceiling to take down whatever I can
Are we
find.
armed?
You are, yeah, you would have basic sidearms with you.
Of course course we're
All right,
armed.
if that's
Mom
the
wouldn't
case,
just
then-
send us in without a
Of
weapon.
course. I would never send my children on such a dangerous mission unarmed. Do you take me for
Alright.
such a terrible parent, Wilhelm?
If that's the case, I could have, assuming that's we're going in through that back door.
Mhm.
Would we have seen them kind of heading off?
Yeah, you guys likely would have seen the ones that were just distracted.
Do we want to do that swan dive, shoot 'em up ambush?
I say we go for it.
All right.
All right.
I'm
So-
ready
Swan
to
dive
love
onto
me.
them and then take our box shots at them.
All right. So, Will, you've already succeeded your check, but if the rest of you are all kind of climbing up the side and then trying to swan dive your way in, I will
I think
need...
that's just me. I think it's pincer attack, right?
Okay, Pencer.
So I'm
Yeah.
pincering from the ceiling and from the front.
Gotcha. And then Alex and Kyle, what were you guys' plans?
I think I was going with Will's character.
With-
Victor.
yeah, with Victor.
And I believe I was going to the front door.
Here. Now.
All right.
Now pick the check.
I then need... So, first person to go in was going to be your boy, Ryan.
Swan dive off the ceiling.
All right. Go for it. Give me your vigor
I'll
check.
roll.
My vigor's 2. Do I roll 2 dice?
2
right
dice
now?
for that would be your pool.
That's
In
2.
Owlbear Rodeo, we can put our real names and then our character names just to help people.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Oh, can do.
That would be.
And you need 1, 4, 5, or 6.
That is 2 successes.
2 successes. All right, so you clamber your way up to the side, and from there, what sort of weapons are you carrying?
Bondo, Sir Maximilian Bondo, takes the sidearm he was given, drops that he doesn't know how to use that thing. It's going to swan dive straight into whatever is standing there. It's wrestling style, just try to take him to the ground, really not caring about preserving his own body because he knows there'll be another one tomorrow. Straight through the ceiling.
Jumps your way in, starts fighting your way through as you dive your way into this group of ruffians, begin fighting your way through several of them. You see the others begin to kind of turn their way forward, starting to try to call to the gap blasters who had already made their way out. But they have already been distracted. It's going to take them a bit of time. And with that, they go, ready the alarms. You dive your way down, take down 2 of the ruffians that are there. The third one kind of backs its way up, eyes kind of fold its way in as it starts to call its way over towards the 2 gap blasters, who immediately, as they are kind of making their way out the back, both of them kind of turn around. You hear this weird kind of growling sound come from them as they turn back and start making their way towards the factory. Kyle and Alex, you guys were going in through the front door along with Will. So you guys come bursting your way in from that point, just about the point as the gap blasters are reaching there. I need Kyle and Alex to both make vigor checks, and Will, you're assisting. You were assisting, yeah, Alex's.
Mm-hmm.
Which is...
So I get an extra dive from him assisting me?
Yes, so it should be your total pool.
Okay.
So, like, Will should have started off with a pool of 3, but he only rolled 2 dice because he gave one of those dice to you.
And
to
I
your
started
pool.
with 1, so I rolled
Yeah.
2.
So, Sir Jameson and Ambrose.
That's Yamason.
Or Yamason.
I
I'm
rolled
calling
a
you
4.
James and you can't do anything about it.
What'd you get?
I got a 4.
A 4?
I got 2 failures.
Oh, I know.
I rolled a 2 and
All
a
right.
3.
So, you two kind of come rushing your way in. Sir Yamason, you kind of make your way forward, blasting away at these. You take out one of them you take out the final ruffian that's over there, fire a shot that hits one of the gap blasters. But you see the second of the 2 gap blasters, as this is all beginning to happen, starts kind of turning his way over. And you see, as they are all fighting, in the center of all of this, who had dived in, just recklessly, was Sir Maximilian. Who was just kind of, after his swan dive off the ceiling, you see one of the gap blasters kind of raises his cannon, begins kind of charging up the cannon on his arm, and both of, that would be both Ambrose and Victor, who was helping out Ambrose, both of you see this, And as you begin kind of making your way forward over towards there, Ambrose, you take a shot. And Victor, you also take a shot, but both of the shots go wide. And just about that point, as Maximilian turns, you see the blast comes rippling through the air and blows right through Maximilian, as you just see his homunculi just explodes into this shower of sparks in the center of the factory, and then falls lifeless to the ground.
Damn it.
From there, you both kind of stop for a minute, and as the one gap blaster that's there turns and goes rushing out the back door, making his way far away. From there, the entire area goes silent. Over in the corner that you can see of this room, there, in kind of the scrap and stuff of this factory, you can see that there is a figure that appears to be over kind of in the scrap of the factory, piled back against one of the walls. One moment. You see that this figure, which appears to be vaguely humanoid shape, activates as you hear this kind of clicking of metallic gears and pistons beginning to move aligned. And then from the top you see a head emerges. Very well done, my children. Now, please return to the Heaven mainframe. And with that, it holds its hands out towards you all.
I'm gonna give a small pat to Maximilian's corpse. Sorry about that, bud.
I walk over and bow my non-existent hat to him and say, "Good job, fellow."
You all make your way over, and one by one are uploaded through this strange figure of Mum here manifest in London to the Heaven mainframe. You all wake up and find yourselves once again in that blue, shimmering field. But before we get to that, you have all had some sort of strange experience here, which is going to last with you all. But what is it? Let's see. I am going to be sending you all a message.
Secrets.
Secret times.
So question, Griffin, do I remember this mission after being blasted to bits midway through the next day?
We will get to that. The short version will be yes. You will see in a moment. Oh, shoot. I just realized this is going to be tricky for the stream because I was going to DM these to you guys. Shoot. Oh. How do I do this? I guess I can just blur it once I actually edit the stream.
Blur it, contact info.
Yeah. Alright. As I am sending these to you guys, feel free to describe what happened on the mission that triggered this memory. I have just sent the one to Alex.
So do you want me to say what may have triggered it right now?
Yeah, just say what during the mission triggered that. You don't have to, don't say what the actual memory is, just what would have triggered that.
Okay, I guess that probably the location we were at and like the sort of, we were in like a warehouse sort of environment, right?
Yes, yeah, you were in that warehouse.
Okay, just the location caused me to remember something.
Alright, Will, I have just sent you yours.
What would have triggered that?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely seeing the anarchist flags kind of waving in the wind.
Alright.
Spooky.
And then these
Next.
boosts.
Yeah, you can go ahead, and the 2 boosts that are on there, you can go ahead and permanently add a point to those stats on your sheet. 1 point. Alright, Kyle, yours has just been sent.
From when I first saw the warehouse, I got this memory of being somewhere like this before.
Damien, yours has just been sent.
Oh, goodness. I remember whenever we're in our homunculi bodies, just the feeling of the cold steel just reminds me of a feeling of coldness that I felt before.
And I believe Ryan is the only one I still need to send one to. That has been sent.
Just say Maximilian remembers the fall.
That's ominous. Oh god.
All right. So make note of those memories. Remember that you can invoke their conscious effects to re-roll dice if they relate to one of the two boosted things. And the two boosted abilities, go ahead and raise those each by 1 on your sheet. So those have been increased. But with that... Sorry?
Repeat that just so Ray's been...
So the two boosted stats that are on there, those are both going to increase by 1 point on your sheet. And in addition, you are also... So the two stats just on your sheet are going to both increase by 1. And then in addition, you can invoke that during a check that you make on a later mission. If it relates to one of those two stats. So like if we're making a vigor check and your memory has vigor as one of the two boosted checks, you can describe that this memory reminds you of something in the mission. You can then re-roll as many dice from that vigor dice pool as you want. So yeah.
Okay.
But then once you do that...
memory once for the entire game?
Once for the entire game. Once
Great.
It's been used.
Understood.
But with that, you see the flickering form of Mum appears before all of you. Wonderful work out there, my children. You all, for the most part, did an amazing job. Lucky I was able to restore a backup of this one, and you see, points over towards where you are.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mom. That was a glorious swan dive.
Yes, well, if your body hadn't fallen so near my terminal, I wouldn't have even been able to upload your memories from that, well, escapade that you just tried to do there. Please be more careful. These things are not free. And with that, you see Mum kind of looks around. I believe payment is in order. All of you who are deserving have had your payment sent immediately to your bank accounts. That means everyone except Alex is going to get your payment. £20 each. Next up, it seems that one of your members, in a quite crucial moment, was not the rock that they were supposed to be. But well, I believe it's all up to you to decide. I will need you all to pick from amongst you all. Who was a gentle bot? Who did a good job? Exceeded in their job, should I say. They will receive an additional award. Where a troublemaker, one who made your job just a bit harder, they will be shown what happens when they disappoint their teammates. Now decide.
Well, I think for first, Maximilian did an excellent job.
Aye.
Really knocked it out of the park.
I have to heavily agree.
I've not really got the brain for these things. Just tell me who to vote
Took
for.
one for the team, quite literally.
And I do have to
Can't
say,
disagree with it.
I do believe that it was Ambrose that made the last laugh to get
Actually,
away.
Look,
I'll argue for myself for causing the problem that time. It was my job, and I was the one who was supposed to add the aid. They took their shot, and I missed mine just as much. So I'll admit, I screwed the pooch on that one a bit. I'll take the fall there.
Well, how wonderfully noble.
Or foolish.
Your penalties and rewards have been sent to your bank accounts. Good luck. From there, Ryan, go ahead and add an additional £5 to your money. And Will, go ahead and remove £10 from your money.
Gotcha.
Can I ask a quick question about the rules?
Sure.
say I was voted under the bus there. Would I owe 110 pounds?
Yup.
Okay.
You would have been in debt.
Okay, rest in peace.
And with that, your consciousnesses fade out as you return at the end of the first day. Time goes by. And finally, you reawaken at the start of the next day. Mum appears, welcomes you all to the day ahead, and someone may roll a d6 to generate your job for day 2. Remember, you will need 2 successes to complete your job today.
Alright, who's feeling lucky?
I'm feeling lucky.
Go for it, then.
Okay. Or 1d6?
Yes, 1d6.
5.
5, that is in the Dublin district. Go ahead and roll a d4.
I rolled a 1.
Ooh. You see that Mum pulls up all the screens and goes, "Now that was some dreadful work that you all had to deal with the other day. I am quite sorry you had to see such traumatic things, my darlings. But we will get something good and respectable for you all. Something a bit more lax, shall we say." And with that, all these screens begin to open. Begins to make her way through these, kind of looking through here. And goes, "I believe this is just perfect. Currently in the Dublin district, someone is needed to unload starships that are arriving from off-world colonies." And you see from there she begins to make her way up and goes, "Shipments from St. Lazarus, St. Peter, St... goes through, well, and goes, "Do you believe that that would be doable for you all? Wonderful. All right." And with that, vanishes.
I'm pretty sure they can only ask rhetorical questions.
You will all be planning. You are going to be needing energy for this. This is going to be a long period of time of hauling, offloading stuff.
Well,
I think that's my worst stat.
I feel a bit rejuvenated after that last trick. Might be able to help a few people out.
I was going to
That
say,
would
sounds
be
much
nice.
simpler.
I have 4 energy
ripples.
Ooh.
after
I
the
have
memory.
3.
I have 1.
Do you know what? While you are all
had-
planning, I will be right back.
Alright.
I do only have 2. I cannot help anyone.
Who has
Does
one?
everybody have at least 1?
I have 1.
I'll
Oh,
give you one of mine. I'll give him 1 because I have 4.
Oh, okay, then sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take 2, but...
Nah. Maximilian's too dumb to help you too much.
4 too smart.
No, too dumb.
How many do you have, Kyle? Do you have 2?
I have 3.
Oh, okay. Then
I mean, I'm up to 2 now, so
everybody's got at least 2. I think we're all good.
enough to pass.
Hopefully.
Mom's left.
Oh, bye, Mom.
She will be back. She always is.
It's okay. They weren't much when they were around.
Also, for some reason, I only voted for Alex because, like,
It's
I
okay.
didn't think that there could be negative numbers.
It's okay.
That's what I thought.
I
There
did
can always be
Probably
negative
is
numbers.
numbers.
Listen,
You can't run from
Man-
debt. Debt always finds you.
Ermelandus is a little stupid.
Oh, don't worry. Maximilian is very stupid.
Yamasen is very smart. A little too smart.
And it's shown by the fact that he thought the best idea to take down some ruffians would be to jump off a ceiling. In a 2-story building.
Like people's elbow.
With the people's elbow. RKO out of nowhere.
All right, have you all decided who will be contributing dice to whose pools? So who all, just out of curiosity, who all is going to be contributing to who?
I'm giving 1 to Victor over there.
All right, and that's it.
Maximilian.
Well, we need 2 successes. I got 3. If I give another one to anyone else, it's not really gonna change much, is it?
I
Wait,
also
I
got
thought you were
3.
going to give one to Ambrose. Cause he
No, I'm
only
good.
has-
I don't
Oh,
need...
He's good.
Oh, okay. I thought
Ambrose
you only
offered
had
to
one.
give
I was like,
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, all good. From there, you are brought down once again, kind of fading into darkness for a moment. And this time, you find yourselves in what appears to be this strange district you've not seen before. These kind of like multi-leveled, almost shelves you can see extending in every direction across this strange kind of sea of buildings, all of which are just filled with starships that you can see are docking in different areas. You can see that there appears to be these large kind of holographic, in between these strange buildings, big holographic symbols projected that are floating around that you can see have in large letters East Orion that you can see are kind of floating on there, pointing towards different areas. You can see that there are workers everywhere, both humans and homunculi that you can see are laboring in different areas. Several starship commanders you can see making their way down and kind of chatting with each other as they are approaching from off their ship. You are quickly greeted by a group of East Orion people and directed to where you will be headed for this. And then throughout the day, you will all begin your laboring, so I need everyone to go ahead and make your energy checks as you spend the day laboring for East Orion.
Come on now. Ooh, 5 out of 6.
Got a
Two
how many successes? 2 successes?
2 successes on Maximilian's end as well.
2 successes.
Sorry, I was grabbing dinner.
All good.
Give me 1 second.
I have 3 successes.
3 successes.
I have 1 success.
I have 2 successes.
You all continue your laboring for the day, but as you all begin to kind of move your way forward, continuing to offload these ships that are beginning to come from the dependency planets, you can see that the good Ambrose over there is beginning to partway through the day as he is carrying what appears to be this large kind of crate. Part of the servo kind of breaks on your leg for a minute, and you stop and you spill what appears to be these gems that just go falling all over the dock. All these East Orion representatives immediately turn to you, and you see one of them that's a homunculi kind of leans over and mutters something to another one, who shakes their head towards you. And you see that one begins making their way off to go report to a mum terminal that appears to be a little bit of a far way away. From there, you almost immediately scramble, though, and with some help, kind of clean up the rest of those things, pack them back in, and begin kind of carrying this off from the large ship that you can see is engraved on the side of it is supplies from the East, or you can see East Orion Corporation, St. Peter Dependency Planet that you can see is marked on the side of it. This large crate as you begin to carry this off. After a long day's work, you all of hauling these back and forth. Most of you are feeling your homunculi have taken a bit of wear and tear from all of this just carting of stuff back and forth. But that's not all. Because as you have been doing this all, it's given you all some time to think. And as you've been thinking, perchance you've all had some memories. We will be going through and I will be letting you all know what sort of memories you got. So starting at the top, this time we will start with Ryan.
Ooh, fancy.
Or deadly.
This could be horrendous. It could be the worst memory.
Never know.
And remember, go ahead and give me a description of what triggers this memory for you.
Maximilian saw a few of the interstellar sailors relaxing on a day off and playing a game of what looked to be some kind of cards. It just made him think of some fun times.
Next up is Damien.
Looking at the ship slowly leaving the dock, and seeing the smoke and the flames from the thrusters just makes me think of some really, really sad times in my life.
Next up is Kyle.
After carrying a box and accidentally bumping into someone who looked like they were struggling, I had a feeling of trying to help him, and it reminded me of a time.
Next up is Will.
I don't think that's my memory. I don't think that's one of my memories.
I just sent you one.
Oh. When I saw Ambrose fall, that certainly triggered it.
Yeah, these are so the memories you generate at the beginning. You're not just getting your memories; you're getting ones from the whole pool.
Got it.
Makes it more interesting.
Definitely when Ambrose fall then.
Yeah.
Well, that is unfortunate.
It was a loud noise.
Always. Some people think there isn't, and they think they can play it off like nothing happened. You can't. It just doesn't work that way.
Gems went everywhere. It was all over the place.
Has everybody gotten a memory?
I have not gotten a memory.
Oh, yeah. All right, yours has been sent.
Just because I dropped the damn box. Okay, I guess, at the end of the day, just, the feeling of being tired after a long day of hauling a lot of things reminded me of, other times I had, really, I guess, worn my servitors out.
From there, you all are briefly thanked by the East Orion officers, who kind of nod to you and then continue off with their much more important business that they need to get back to, of directing these ships that are coming to and fro. They're beginning to set off for another expedition. You hear word of something moving by. As you all are making your way back towards the Mum terminal, which you can see is sitting there smiling, looking at you all as you're approaching, you pass several of these kind of street lamps that are in one area illuminated, and as you look by one of them, you can see that there are these kind of flapping posters that are moving in the breeze, and as you kind of glance over, you can see one of them says, "Support the Colonies," sponsored by the East Orion Corporation. And you can see this figure that you see, this very kind of regal-looking woman who is standing there wearing this military uniform, looking off as you can see several of these starships flying off past her into space. And she appears to be just kind of looking off into space away from this all with this kind of content, yet also sort of menacing look, which kind of reminds you of Mum, as you kind of turn and make your way over to the terminal that you can see is over there. You approach your way over to this terminal, and from there you see that the figure of Mum smiling kind of there takes your hands and everything fades away. With that, you reawaken in the sea of shimmering, bluish energy as you hear the voice of Mum goes, "My dear Ambrose, you must understand that a team effort is one that requires all pieces to be working efficiently. It is quite a shame that you are unable to give the same amount of effort as your teammates. But still, it is only fair that I put the fate of the worthy and the unworthy in your own hands. What do you all decide?"
Well, unfortunately, Ambrose, I think you have screwed the pooch this week, today, so can't help you this time.
Conversely, I gotta say, I think Victor did a bang-up job of fixing mistakes from last time.
Oh, well,
Be a good
thanks.
pick for
I'll take that.
the good fella.
Oh yeah, your audio's not coming through, Damien.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think he deserves it.
No, well, thank you.
I would say he definitely fixed his screw up from last time, so.
Wonderful work, dear Victor. It is so heartwarming to see you improving. You see,
didn't blow anything up this time.
that is what good work allows us to do. It allows us to improve in ways, and it allows us to sort out the chaff among us.
That's normally me.
But it is wonderful to see that some of us are improving. And with that, your bank account is added an additional £5. So everybody, other than Alex, is given £20. And
Tomorrow.
Will, you can go ahead and add £25 total. So it's £5 extra. So not 25 pounds extra, but £20 for the job, £5 for winning the award as Gentlebot.
So I had 10 before, now I have 35.
Cool. And sadly, Alex, Ambrose is penalized, so you are currently owe the Heaven mainframe 110 pounds.
Oh, God.
And
Well, you
with
made
that,
money last week, didn't you?
nope, he didn't make any money.
Oh.
I just didn't lose any.
Beginning to dawn upon you this fact that deactivation could be coming for you. Starting to think of if there has to be some way that you can figure this out, Ambrose kind of looks off as the void fades into black around you. Day 3. The void, slowly but surely, begins to activate its way forward. As Mum appears, greets you all for the new day, and I need someone to generate your mission for today.
Alright.
I can do it.
You did it last time.
No, I did.
I did last time.
Oh,
But I think I
I'm
should
sorry.
stay with-
I did it during the
Oh, I'm
example.
sorry.
I mean, did the test one.
In that case, go right ahead.
No, please. Ladies first.
Well, now I feel that. Well, if you insist.
So
Thank
much
you.
of a gentle bot, I see.
A true gentle bot.
A
Wonderful.
snarky one at that. What more could you ask for? 3.
A 3. All right.
You win this round.
That is going to be the Glasgow district,
Oh, thank God it's on the corner.
Oh, thank God.
which the Glasgow district, as Mum would tell you, is known for being quite a artistic district, known for fine sculptures and carvings and statues. It is truly have you all been there before? You will love it. It is just wonderful. You will all just be so inspired
I got there last
to work
month.
so well. Oh, well, that's a shame.
It's okay, I deserved it.
And with that, I need a D4 roll to see what your contract is. As Mum
I'll
begins
do
to
it.
pull up these contracts.
I got a 1.
A 1.
Hmm?
Well, perhaps it's just that I've been giving you the wrong sort of jobs. Maybe that is why some people in your unit have been less effective than others. I suppose it is time to give you something that is a bit more, how shall I put this? Socially, engaged.
Oh dear.
There is an art show that is going to be held there of a new installation. I would love it if you would all be hosts there. I'm sure that we would be able to get you a fine time if you would just simply greet the guests and spend some time making them all feel comfortable. I'm sure that wouldn't be too hard for you all, would it?
Only one way to
Wonderful.
find it.
Vanishes. That is going to be an
Okay.
aura check. You may all plan your upcoming task.
And how many successes are required?
3. It's day 3. Alex just silently sobs.
It's gonna get higher than is possible very quickly.
I have 2 aura.
I have 2 aura as well.
4.
I have 1.
Wait, I have a question. If he has a dice pool of 1, there's like
Can't succeed.
If he
No
rolls a
way.
6,
16.
if he rolls a 6, he gets to add an additional die, and then if he rolls another 6 and
If
adds
I'm
an additional
very
die,
lucky.
if
Oh,
he's
so if you get a 6, you
insanely
get to add
lucky.
additional die. Okay.
unless someone wants to help him. Plus, he's got those memories. If he has any aura memories,
I do
he
not.
can use those.
When you do aura memories, aura memories is just re-rolling. It's not adding more.
Right, it's re-rolling.
Okay.
But
So you would just re-roll a 1.
I assume that in this sort of situation, Alex would want to make a deal with someone to give him who has a much
I'd-
higher aura.
I'd be very happy to help anyone when anything, including intellect or energy, came up.
Who has more than 3?
I think I'm
I have
thoughtful
4.
alone this time. I've
I've
got
got
2,
this
but I'll take
single.
my luck.
Single aura.
Fun. I have 2.
Actually, yeah,
so-
2. I'm a little bit artistic.
I can get by.
Alright.
So,
Anybody giving him any points?
Jameson,
Yeah.
I am willing to share 1.
Now the deals
Aura
come out.
Yeah, when you get to, I feel like day 3 is definitely the thing. It's like, well, a lot more of us are going to be failing now.
Yes, ML, you were saying.
Sorry.
I am willing to share 1 aura point with you, just so we even it out. and you have a chance of succeeding.
I would happily take that. I appreciate
And
it.
there is nothing I need from you.
Well, even though you say that, if you ever need my help, I will oblige.
My thanks.
Of course.
All right. Have you all decided what deals you are making?
I have very little to
It's
bargain.
only one that can be made.
I have no money that I can share.
Aura
You
was the
give
dump
money.
stat.
Is that
They all dumped Aura. All right. And with that, you all find yourselves fading from consciousness. And then slowly but surely, you find yourselves reawakening in a different area. It appears to be kind of a sort of cramped back room where you see that there are these, as you kind of begin to awaken into your homunculi bodies, you become kind of aware of how small of a room it is that you're in. It almost appears to be some sort of like a storage room or something, maybe. But as you kind of begin to awaken in here, you see the door opens up and immediately this sound of chatter begins to come from the other side, as there appears to be some sort of party that's over here. You see that as the door opens up, you can see that there are several figures that kind of welcome you into the main area from there. You see one of them starts kind of just instantly, not even saying anything to you, just inspecting all your homunculi, being like, all right, all checked out. All right, get to work. Make sure they all feel welcomed. I don't want to see anyone here at this party leaving. This is very important to my benefactor. You all understand?
Yep.
Then get to work, right away. And with that, you are all brought out. You see several other homunculi begin leading you all around what appears to be this large kind of soiree art gallery that you can see is here, with paintings that are hung up here. These strange kind of abstract pieces of art that you can see are in different areas. And with that, you may all kind of narrate briefly what all sorts of tasks you are doing here as greeters and welcomers and hosts here at this art gallery showing.
I'm gonna, if I can, like find like a tray of little crackers with cheese.
Yeah.
You know, maybe like
I got you.
or something, and like walk around with that.
All right, Alex. I need you to go ahead and give me an aura check.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
Ambrose.
A 1.
No.
You begin kind of making your way around, and as you're doing this, you are just talking to all these people just like a freaking cold calculating robot. Just like, welcome, I have this for you. Would you like a cheese cracker? As you begin making your way through here. And you see these just kind of strange artistic, think very the Capitol from the Hunger Games, like very eccentrically dressed Victorian folks who are kind of in here, all kind of muttering and stuff. You hear several of them going, were they only able to afford homunculi for this? This is quite an embarrassment indeed that they weren't able to afford any actual serving staff. As you see, they begin kind of muttering this to each other, people kind of looking over towards you with disgruntled kind of mutterings.
Oh no.
So, with that being said, I follow up behind Ambrose. You know, once he does his like cold and calculated like waiter-esque service, I walk around behind him and start talking to all of the other patrons about all the art on the walls, because I have a really high aura, so I know like art history and like about the art that's on the walls. So I start talking to them and being more like eccentric like them and being really friendly.
Go ahead and give me an aura check.
All right. Okay. Sorry, I threw my dice.
Hey, click like math rocks are no joke.
I got
Middle ones
3
are, like,
4s.
3 4s?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Oh man. So with that, you begin to kind of, talk up the different people here, beginning to do that. Immediately, the attention begins to kind of shift off that as they begin to be interested in recounting your experiences as a homunculi. what is your experience with some of these? You see one of them kind of points out one of the pieces of art and goes, do you have any thoughts on this quite interesting piece? You see it as this kind of almost like cubist, surrealist piece of art that you can see is hanging on one of the walls, but in the center of it, you can see painted what appears to be this large robotic eye that you can see is in it, with all of these interlocking kind of wires that are going to a single iris that is glowing red in the center of it. And you see that the critique there goes, I've heard that this painting itself is known as the cybernetic eye in red. Do you know anything of its origin?
Sorry, I just like my brain just stopped. It's like in your intro trailer where like the music stops and it goes, wait, what? That's what happened to me. I kind of just stare into the eye, pondering a moment before going on this long, I wouldn't say tirade, but this like educational tirade of the origin of this piece and how the artist was really struggling at the time to create the piece, but this was like their grand, like the piece that got them started, I guess.
You see the person there just kind of intently watches you, kind of nodding along, very, very, very engaged by this as you are kind of making your way through this. Who would like to go next?
I could go next. Realizing that there are a lot of groups here. Look for the people that are more alone, and look for people that are just standing in front of paintings, just enjoying it. And I go up to them and start conversations, knowing that I also, since I have a 3 in aura, thanks to a friend who gave me more information, I'm also pretty well, almost well known, pretty educated in the arts.
Then go ahead and give me, yes, with some of the I assume that, yes, in this case, that extra aura would represent that beforehand you probably would have talked with, sorry, Damien, how do you pronounce your character's name again? Ermelandus, about this sort of art, and you are recalling some of these facts, begin bringing it up and talking to these people. Go ahead and give me an aura check.
Okay, so if you said if you got a 6, you can
You get to add an extra die for every 6 you roll.
Okay.
Plus, remember, you can always activate a conscious effect of a memory as well if you have one that's got aura as a boost, and you can re-roll dice from that as well.
Okay. So I got a 4 and a 6. Let me add another one.
4 and a 6?
And it was a 4.
And that's a 4.
6, 4.
Boom. That is going to be 3 successes.
I'm using my luck early.
You begin kind of chatting and talking up some of these hosts here who are quite engaged by this as you begin talking with them. Very lucky that you got those facts from Ermelandus beforehand. They're very helpful for you here as you continue kind of chatting up these hosts who are over here talking. And you kind of bring them into the main soiree of the party here as they begin to kind of make their way around and talk to people. All right. Ryan or Will, who wants to go next?
All right, I can go. So Victor is looking all around, and he notices a particular statue. And I've only got a 2, but you know what? Fake it till you make it. So Sean's going to presumptuously walk over.
Did you just say Sean?
Oh gosh.
It's Sean's Will's character in my one of my other games.
I always just make him an everything. Just my Irishman. So
Understandable.
Victor will walk over. Excuse me, good sir. Can I please tell you about this statue? For you seem to embody a certain aspect of it.
You see that this gentleman who is wearing this kind of pink top hat with this frilled beard that is curved up, kind of to a point here, goes, "Well, I would be absolutely, that would be wonderful," and makes his way over. Truly, whenever I first saw that statue kind of sitting there, I felt that it just resonated with me in this sort of deep way. Go ahead and give me an aura check.
All right. 4 out of 6.
Ooh!
Oh.
Come on. A 5.
Completely engrossed as you are talking over there. You see the figure is, well,
I completely agree. Well, you see, the actual pose of this action was rather important. Well, you see, the artist was quite interesting in going on about facts.
Wow, truly, I will need to purchase this. I believe there must be an art seller somewhere. Art seller! And with that, you see the figure makes their way off. Yeah, yes.
I can tell you,
All right.
Mickey boy.
Last but not least, Ryan, you are up.
So Maximilian is going to walk around and find all the people that look like they're not enjoying the art because they're, like the old sailor types that are coming with like their children, and he's going to just walk up and go, "Bit pretentious, don't you think?" try to make them have a bit of fun mocking the art.
Go ahead and give me an aura check.
All right, so that is a 1 and a 6.
Oh, 6.
Oh.
That's 1 success. Add another die. Did you do it? Did you get another 6? Oh!
I'm gonna roll one more.
One more die. You got this, Ryan.
4.
Yeah!
Nice.
This is
Damn.
revenge for the last game.
Wow.
Anything about
Doesn't
this
start
game.
off good, but you end.
That's crazy. You begin to kind of strike up conversations with some of these people who, well, I believe it is quite pretentious, yes. I don't understand why they think that these sorts of shows are all this posh and glitz and glamour, but I'm good to see that a good old homunculi here.
Lie about that.
Yeah.
Eye is peeving me off.
Truly, truly. Let's go. I believe they have some drinks over here. Are you able to drink in that suit?
Oh, I'll bake it till I make it.
Love to hear it. And with that, you and this stern old sailor make your way off to go have drinks.
Super cool.
And with that, as the exhibition comes to its end, you are thanked by the people that are here, who are a bit more polite than the East Orion people from the day before. And with that, you are brought over into the corner. You see that there are several people that were over there with drinks talking to the mum terminal that's over in the corner. That you see as it's over there waves goodbye to the people, and then the head kind of snaps over to you all as its hands move into the resting position. Wonderful work. I believe that it is time for your judgment. And with that, your hands reach out, and you are all brought back within the Heaven mainframe.
And I'm literally crying because that worked. I did that because I thought I was gonna fail and it would be spectacular.
That was a great moment.
2 6s.
But in this evening, that has been quite interesting for all, you all have had some memories that have struck while you have been here in this art gallery. But it's time to find out exactly what these memories are. We are going to start with Alex.
Give him an aura, please. Oh my god.
Something good on your parts this time.
I'll be right back while you're doing this with other people.
All right, Alex.
I don't know what Ryan did, but the moment he left, I heard a thud from above me where he was.
You killed him.
Jesus.
Oh, did you send memory? Hold on.
Yeah, I just read this one. I hadn't read this one before. I will say that you can interpret that one in spirit. You can interpret it in spirit to be something that's a little more
No.
setting appropriate.
Oh.
It's funny. It's really funny. Okay, so I guess like carrying around the food that I had reminded me of food I had ate a long time ago.
Will, you are up next.
Alrighty.
This is not through Rust music, is it?
This is Thomasin's theme.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
So even we don't know everything. That's how good this game is.
There's so much content. Like, this is the longest game I've ever worked on.
Well, that checks out. Yep. Yep, honestly, seeing Maximilian go talk with everyone, piss-mouthing all this, yep, that about checks out.
Alright, I'm sending one to Kyle.
Jameson.
Ooh.
that back too, just so you know.
Cool.
When I'm talking with one of the other people, we get into a bout that reminds me of something from my past.
Who all do I still need to give ones to?
Me and Ryan.
And me.
All right. Damien, there's yours. And
Seeing, that's a good one. Seeing all the people acting so pretentious with their strange clothes reminds me of something from my past.
and last but not least, Ryan, there's yours.
You know, a few of those pretentious people kind of struck a chord. Most of them were a little bit too much for Maximilian, but one or two of them had a few good points.
And with that, it fades away as the digital landscape of the Heaven mainframe once again floods in around you all, and you feel yourselves once again in the presence of the matriarchal universal mainframe, Mum. Wonderful work out there, my dears. Truly, truly, absolutely wonderful for most of you. I believe that it is time now for us to go over performance reviews. The best time, the time for self-improvement. And Mum loves to see her children improve, although not always. So, I believe it is time. Who do you believe was the gentle bot, and who the loathsome troublemaker? Oh, and by the way, just for starters, before this, once again, everyone other than Alex, gets 20 pounds.
Oh, Alex.
This time, I think I gotta give it up for Irma Landis for drawing such a crowd, making us have to deal with less folk.
Oh, thank you.
Wonderful.
I would say for a separate reason, because gave me more intellect, which gave me more knowledge, which allowed me to suffer through the occasion, of course.
Truly. Are you all in agreement with that?
I kept the pretentious ones distracted. Right.
Then the money has been sent to your bank account. Damien, go ahead and add 5 additional pounds, as you are the gentle bot. Now, the loathsome troublemaker.
Oh.
I don't want to.
I don't want to.
I don't want to either. It's okay. You can pick someone else.
Ambrose, I'm sorry.
I mean, really, what was that, mate?
People
just-
like cheese, right?
Giving
I
us homunculi
like
a bad
cheese.
name.
I think I like cheese.
Throwing Ambrose under the bus.
Sorry, man.
You have to.
You can pick anyone you want.
He rolled a 1.
Yeah, again.
He's already mathematically not able to.
Alright, all in favor of Ambrose.
Not me.
Truly, Ambrose, I am so disappointed in you.
Can we just shut him down now so we don't need to make him
No.
suffer anymore?
An additional
We
10
have someone we can blame someone on.
are removed from your bank
I
account.
can help you down the line.
Nothing
I'm smart, I
personal,
see
mate.
you.
Music perfectly describes what I'm feeling right now.
What'd you say?
The music perfectly describes what I'm feeling right now.
Nothing
Well,
personal, mate. Look, it's a mum-eat Victor world out there, so...
there is still plenty of money to be made out there. Perhaps, if you are able to make enough money to claw your way up a bit, some of these, loving teammates of yours may be willing to, help you survive. Truly depends, really, if they love you or not. But you will know that Mummy, in life or death, always loves you. Good night, my children. And with that, Mum flickers away.
In
Oh,
life
she's
or
creepy.
death.
Oh, she's creepy.
Christ. Ooh, I don't like that.
Fades
Day 4.
slowly to darkness. Day 4. 4 successes.
Oh, man.
Holy shit.
And with that,
gonna
How you
do
separate
with
the
the
strong
seven?
from the meek.
I was gonna say, it's still definitely possible, Alex, that if you make enough money, that if other people are willing to donate, that you can still be kept active.
That's a
I'm
big
willing
if.
so long as you make money, dude.
That's a big if on both parts.
Every time we end.
My plan from the beginning was to just help anyone who needs it, but like, dude, I can't give you $140.
Right there.
Good morning, my children. It is so
I don't
wonderful to
have
see you.
good stats.
Well, it is time for someone to roll the d6 to determine the
Alright,
job
who's
for
not
today.
rolled a D6 so
I've
far?
not done it yet.
Alright, I suggest you go then.
It's a 3.
That is going to be a 3.
That's the last one, I think. Same as last time.
Yeah, that's last go.
Let's go.
See.
Hey.
More goddamn odds.
Sorry, one sec.
We like art in this house.
Alright.
Not me.
Alright. I like art in this house.
Once again, another job in Glasgow. It appears that your work at the art house exhibition was taken quite well. It seems that there may be some more work for you. Go ahead and roll a d4.
I can do that.
Go for it.
Take my metal cow trip.
Give us a good roll.
That is a 4.
A 4. This is quite a particular job. There is a local architect that is wanting to do a sort of construction project. You must see that East Orion has been funding several structures of famous war heroes throughout the history of the British Imperium. One that is currently being constructed needs some assistance. They are looking for architects' assistance to help with planning the structural integrity of said construction. I believe it is a perfect job for you all, although it will require a good amount of intellect. Goodbye. And with that, the figure flickers away. This is going to be an intellect-based job, and you will need 4 successes.
Oh,
Y'all
Planning
on
began.
bricks.
Well, fine.
I got 2.
I got
Yeah.
4.
I can do this one.
I think
got
me
5.
and yeah, 5.
Yeah.
5 intellect, 4 intellect.
And then Alex has 4 as well, I think.
4 as well, yeah.
Big 2.
Well,
All right, any donations?
I can donate 1 to anyone.
I feel like we're friends.
I
Sure.
mean, I did lend you one last time.
You
That
know what,
is
Maximilian?
true.
How's about this? I will lend you 1 if you promise to have my back if shit goes south another day.
I have already had your back, and I will again if you need it.
Alright,
So.
I will donate 1 to you.
Mal, I will do the same.
All right. So the pools are... What is everybody's pools going into this?
3.
I have.
Intellect, right?
Intellect, yes.
Yeah.
All right. And with that, the digital landscape around you all fades away as you find yourselves awakening on what appears to be this kind of rickety scaffolding that you can see is up overseeing the Glasgow district. You can see that there appears to be this district is just now that you are not inside and you are actually able to kind of get a look at it. You can just see that the architecture of the buildings, they all appear to be kind of twining and weaving into each other in just these very strange ways. You very much understand why they need architectural assistance here. A lot of these, you get the vibe creativity was put before structural soundness. But you can see that there is this large building, this large structure that you can see there is beginning to be planning. There is this kind of large kind of holographic image that you can see. There are figures beginning to make their way around kind of planning stuff as if it is this kind of like almost digital clay that they are sculpting this huge figure out of as they are planning out areas. And inside of it you can see support beams and different structural things that are being planned out inside of it. Machinery, there appears to be some sort of like lights display that will project out of the side of this huge towering statue. You recognize this statue. It appears to be one of Queen Isabella Victoria, who is the queen of the British Imperium, although she has been cloned many times. So you have no idea which Queen Isabella Victoria this is that it's celebrating the achievements of. But as you are kind of looking up at this huge tower, you see that this figure on this small kind of disc comes hovering down from a platform with this kind of pointed white beard in this kind of targeting monocle that you can see is kind of moving back and forth with these different rows of interlocking gears and mechanisms, and goes,
Welcome, welcome. I see you are all wonderful homunculi that have been sent here to aid me in my building constructions. Yes. You all are
Victor.
wonderful.
So Maximilian Bondo.
Pleasure's mine.
Melendez.
Wonderful.
And I am Ambrose.
Good to meet you. Well, we have much work to be doing. So, where shall we start with this plan?
who would like to make their first intellect check to begin analyzing these schematics and figuring out how to build this.
Alex.
Go, Alex.
You
You got this, Alex.
I believe in you.
I believe in you, man.
Do I need to do something specific, or am I just like doing whatever this guy wants me to?
If you have any description you would like to add to your planning process, I assume you are probably analyzing, making your way around, kind of analyzing this large digital schematic and kind of viewing all the structural stuff, analyzing it and processing it through your neural networks.
Yeah. Let me give this roll. Oh my lord! Hold on.
Oh shit.
That is 1 success and 3 failures, but
Conscious effects.
Conscious effects.
yeah,
What does this remind you of?
This reminds me of working at a construction site before and planning that out. So then I can re-roll anything I want.
As many dice as you want, so you can keep your 1 success and re-roll all the failures.
Do we include the memories that we have received over time from ones we can draw from?
It's just the ones you've received.
Ah.
Yeah, the ones that you created at the beginning, those just went into the pool. Those aren't. You don't keep those. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm good. I rolled 4 successes.
Yeah!
I got 3 more successes on top of the.
Round of applause for Alex.
Suck the sound.
First success.
You begin making your way around here.
Did those times.
Almost immediately, you begin sending schematics up that kind of go rippling up through this holographic thing to other layers. As you can see, there are other homunculi workers that are up there that are beginning to kind of collect these plans and stuff. And you can see the supervising figure continues to wait there, his monocle kind of adjusting as he cracks the smile, kind of watching, going,
Good work. Oh, this is going to go wonderful with my designs.
who would like to go next?
I can go next.
Boom.
I follow up after looking at, I've totally forgot your name, Ambrose's
Ambrose.
work, and I started analyzing it along with the schematics, and I see some flaws, and we discuss and we fix them, because all we want is to have the best building, of course.
Of course.
So we collaborate, and we make something even better than before, because collaboration is always best.
Of course. Go ahead and give me an intellect check.
Okay, well,
We will determine if collaboration is always best.
okay, I got a 4, 5, and 6, so let me add another one. That was a 2, but...
Would you like to activate a memory?
Yeah. So do I say what the memory is?
Yes, so
or
now
do
you can
I-
say what the memory is.
Okay, which one do I want to use?
And remember, it has to be a
Can we
memory that
remember-
boosts intellect.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure it's one.
Sorry, I
that
didn't mean to
is
cut you off, Damien.
later.
Oh, I was gonna say you have to say like how something reminds you of the memory though.
Okay.
But you can also finally reveal what the memory is, too.
Okay. This one's a little different. During our discussion, things get a little heated because, of course, we're both great minds. So we attack each other, but at the end of the day, we combine our viewpoints and we make something better. And the memory was lounging about the ring and about a fisticuffs.
I love it.
So let me. Oh, this is okay. So I have 3 successes. Let me re-roll these 2. How do I do that? Okay, cool. So let me just do 2.
You need 4 successes in total.
Got another 6. We're good.
Boom!
Ooh.
With that, you begin kind of making your way through there. After recalling that memory, you begin to reanalyze these, pointing out structural flaws here, here, and here, and send off the rest of those orders to be begin being done by other homunculi, who you see begin to nod. You see there are several ruffians that are strapped into these kind of like weird like crane suits that you can see are kind of being lowered down and making their way, and one of them tips their bowler down to you as they start working up there on the weird glowy digital statue. Who would like to go next? 2 successes so far. Boom.
Okay, so as my UI UX self, I'm going to look at the schematics and see how we can make this the most pleasing and best for the user. So like while they're looking at this, you know, you want to make sure that there's like the other buildings aren't too much in the way, or that if there's like a large crowd of people, you want to make sure that it's not going to be like a fire hazard or anything. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna roll my 3 and cry. Oh no. Okay. Looking at the schematics, it reminds me of a time when I was alive where I walked outside and there was a blizzard, and the static reminds me of the blizzard that I saw. So I'm going to roll.
How many successes was that on the first one?
1.
So you're re-rolling the other 2? Remember, it's 4. You need 4 successes.
I'm aware, so I need a 6. I get it. Fuck you, Griffin. I got a 6.
Mom has not gotten their clutches on us quite yet. Soon, though. Don't worry.
I am safe.
You're safe?
Yeah.
All right. You begin making your way up there, and you see that as you're kind of going through there, you see the figure of the architect looks over as he's kind of on his little hovering platform and floats his way down. And at first, you see he's a little taken aback that you're messing with his art and making these commands, but then as you kind of begin to show your schematics, he starts to look and go, well, yes, no, that actually would be quite pleasing if we were able to do... Wonderful work. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. And with that, floats his way up a bit further. And with that, that is going to be another success. Ryan and Will.
You want to go or shall I?
I'll go. So I'm gonna walk up to, what was this man? Did this man give us his name?
His name?
Art gallery.
He did not. You could go ask him his name.
You there? What's your name?
You see he looks down to you. Pixel. And you are?
I'm Sir Maximilian Bondo, of course. I'm afraid I'm a bit of an idiot.
Oh. Well, that's a shame. That is
So
quite a
I'm
shame.
going to, but I've got a proposition for you. You see, I believe if I go and run to the highest point of this construction site, inspiration will strike me. So I'm going to run to the highest point of the
You see, Pixel just kind of watches you as you just start running your way up through the area.
Strike a pose at the top.
And strike a pose at the top of this. Go ahead and give me an intellect to see if inspiration does strike you. How many dice are you rolling?
3. Oh my god.
If you get all
That's a
one.
5, 3, and a 6. So I've got a chance.
5, 3, and a 6.
That's another 5.
What the hell?
Oh, this is too good.
3
But
successes.
I'm literally crying right now.
This is too good. You make your way to the top of the statue and strike your pose up at the top of this. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you actually realize that all this planning, that that as you've been talking to the others in your unit, you realize that the structural work that was being done by Ambrose and Jameson, is that it? Yamason. I'm gonna mispronounce that every time. You realize that is actually about to clash with I keep not being able to pronounce you guys' name. Melandus's work. That's actually going to make one area that, as you're kind of looking through this virtual hologram, there's one thing that they had not accounted for that's going to take out one of the supports, which is going to make this whole thing completely structurally unsound, and you were only able to see it by being at the top, looking
Well, see,
down
what
through
I
the
like,
hologram.
The idea of he's standing, striking a pose at the top of just like a girder or whatever's there, and looks up where his hand has been raised to the sky, so they're searching for inspiration, and realizes there's no support beam there.
Of course, we would definitely.
Oh my god.
And with that, you rush back, and Maximilian, you let him know immediately, and oh, I can't believe we almost didn't see that. Wonderful, wonderful work. And that is done. All right, well,
Yeah.
Victor is up.
I'm gonna let them do their thing, and I'm gonna go around like, what do you need?
You are immediately sent off to go and analyze these schematics for me, would you? You are handed several things.
Sounds good.
What's your intellect?
Nope. Well, I'll certainly take that because that's a 5. My intellect is 3 currently. 5. 5. 6.
Ooh.
I have a chance. And a 4. 4.
Nice!
God.
And with that, you begin kind of analyzing through here and finishing up these schematics, kind of making your way through. Everyone has succeeded. As you all begin to pour over these final schematics, making your way through here. And with that, you are thanked for your work. And you are told that your money will be sent to your accounts as you see that this kind of finalized statue that is built here, they continue kind of analyzing it, and they sent to the marble teams to begin hauling stuff from the quarries nearby. But while this has been happening, some of you have been struck with memories of things that you did not previously remember. I guess we'll have to find out what they are. Starting with Ryan.
Ooh.
Yours is this one. Oh, this one's so great.
I'm excited.
Truly a life-changing moment.
So, at the top there, I would probably have a view of, I'm gonna say most likely no, this makes more sense if it's Ambrose. I look over and I see Ambrose working, and I go, man, well, I'm not that guy.
Sucks to be him.
Damn.
Poor Ambrose.
Can't catch a break.
All right,
Well, I did
Damien.
catch a break this time, kind
Oh
of.
god, it's me.
Just sent you yours.
Oh my god! First of all, this is my energy just as a person, but also, like, what the hell? While Pixel was talking to me about my schematics, and was challenging my intellect, I became very furious with him, and it reminded me of another point in my life where I was also challenged by someone.
All right, I believe I just sent one to Kyle.
Yes, as I give everyone their orders, it reminds me of a time where I have done this before. I sent peons to go do my work.
I think I just sent Will yours.
Yes, you did. Yep. I can definitely think when I was looking at Irma Land just kind of going off and doing their own thing. Yep. That reminds me of that.
And last but not least, Alex.
Boy. What would have reminded me of that? I guess, while we were high up on the statue, seeing some of the long stretches of road nearby reminded me of it.
Sorry, wait one sec.
By the way, Griffin, I'm adding reactions, the ones that I've already used, because I will forget.
Yes.
Oh, that's actually a really smart thing. I'm going to do that as well.
Just
Doing
thought
what?
about that.
Yeah, I was
That's
doing
super
that
smart.
as well.
Adding reactions to the memories I've used, so I know. So I got that intellect.
I was gonna say, I realized I might have actually given some of you guys the same one. I just realized this list does not match up.
Well, hey, that could be a thing though. It's like multiple
Yeah.
bots having the same memory, and that
That's
can
right.
really screwy.
Possibly.
Heaven mainframe's funky, man.
Yeah.
Things there
Or the
are
DM's
apart.
just bad at tracking.
That could be.
Or this is a game that you are playtesting live for the first time, and maybe this
Possibly.
is gonna get worked out later.
Nah, that could
Yeah,
be
and
it.
some bugs.
No, I just really, I literally just realized I forgot to mark some of them off, I think. Alright, it's fine though. Alright,
You're welcome for that idea.
Thank you.
and with that, it fades back as you all return to the Heaven mainframe. Mum sitting there smiling. Wonderful, wonderful work, my children. Truly wonderful work out there. You all, even the failure, did a great job out there.
God.
I believe that it is time, though, to make quite a hard decision because even in the best of circumstances, some are bottom feeders and some truly excel.
I will say that I think that Ambrose deserves a little more for finally getting his shit together.
Making a
Not well
comeback,
done.
so to speak.
and not
Very
fair.
well
Yourself
done.
up by your bootstraps. I love that.
Ambrose, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Go ahead and give yourself. That's gonna be 5 extra pounds.
Now,
So
the
that's
hard part.
25 in total?
25 in total, so I believe you are currently at 5 pounds.
Woo!
Now, I don't
Hell yeah.
want to. I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but unfortunately, I did notice one thing while I was looking over those schematics. Melandis, as cool as what you did go a bit off script, and that caused problems for the rest of us.
I mean, at least I did work.
We all
We
did
all
work.
did work.
Maximilian just posed.
Well, I've actually got a
He
separate.
managed to figure out what you were doing was going to clash what was already going to happen.
I've got a
wouldn't have-
separate thing I should suggest that I think goes along with what you're saying. I think the fault actually lies with Ambrose. I think he should be both our good gentle bot and our troublemaker today.
Possible.
I do not think that is fair, seeing as he proved himself.
Well, I was up there and I saw precisely the problem that he created.
Well, no,
Melandis
it
was
would-
working on usability. It was a structural issue in the tower that was
But
going to
doesn't that
cause
mean
it
that
to
be
fail.
both of our faults, since we
I was
both
going to say
done it together?
that my
It
dear
was Jameson
friend.
who also worked.
Sir Jameson that was looking over my work and also missed it.
I'll vote for whoever everyone else votes for. I'm a bit
I-
stupid, so it doesn't
Oh,
really...
this quarreling just makes Mummy so upset.
Does
My
it?
dear children. Now, please, let's find out who it is, or you will all be penalized for your
I say
inaptitude.
Melandis.
I say Jameson, because he's willing to take the fall.
I never said I was
And mine
willing.
was
I was
just-
saying that.
Mine was just usability. Mine was not structural.
Yes, but your usability could screw up the structural.
I assure you, it did not.
Unfortunately. Don't think we're coming to a conclusion so easily.
Well, I
Until we
mean,
agree.
we can unanimously vote for Ermelandis.
That's
and
true, we
Not
can.
all be penalized.
That's true.
We could. Seeing as it seems to be split, of course.
I
Ambrose and your Hanson
All for Melandis?
choice.
I wanted to
I
be
have
myself, so I.
no money to spare, so I will vote for whoever it isn't me.
Ambrose, come on, help me out here.
I'll vote with him, but I'm gonna lean over to Victor over there and go, "You're on thin ice now."
Look, man, I'm just trying to make sure we don't all get docked.
Is it unanimous? I don't see a
I'm
hand,
trying
Kyle.
Because I have.
I also
been
loaned you
given
that
aid,
dice, so we're
of
even.
course, so I'm hesitant, but I will
Well, how
say
about this?
that
I'll definitely, if I have any extra help, Ermelandis through, should he be short.
As will I.
so everyone agrees to help, and I will help as well. So, yes.
You have been docked 10 pounds from your payment. Go ahead and remove that. So everybody gets 20 except Ermelandus gets 10, and Ambrose gets 25.
Don't you mean 5?
Five total, yes. And with that, the Heaven mainframe fades around you. Day 5.
5, 6. So there's 6 ones total.
7 total. But the end of the 7th, you don't get memories, and you go instantly at the end of the 7th day. So you have time to make money on the 7th day, but then you just go straight to, at the end of it, to performance reviews and then finding out who's activated or deactivated.
We're like 70% of the way there, and I have 5% of the money needed.
That's true. We're a good chunk of the way there. Let's go ahead and do what is everyone currently sitting at money-wise? If you would like to say.
Oh, if you'd like to say, I would like to retract. Everyone did not hear what I just said.
That's true.
I did hear.
I've got 85 sitting on it.
I
I'm
have
happy to help if I
75.
get through.
I have 70.
And I have 80. You all did hear, of course.
I have 5 whole pounds.
Oh no.
If I shall have the money to help you, I will most certainly do so.
Of course, we all want to make sure that we all get out of here alive.
So
Ideally.
long as you prove that you can keep up. Because I don't think any amount of money is gonna help if you owe more than 100.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends how much we all end up with. Oh, that's above 100. If we do.
We'll have to
Well,
find
I don't
out.
know. I got docked, so.
There's no way I can get to 7 without rolling multiple 6s.
It depends.
Well, that's the really interesting thing about as you go further in.
It
You
gets
have more
harder.
stats, so you have more chance to roll 6.
Well, my stats are too spread out. I got spread out stats.
I've got 2 5s, a 2, and a 3.
I got
just-
a 5,
I
a
am
3, a
s-
4, and a 3.
I am.
But I got memories
stacked
in the
aura.
bank. So
Anyone have a 6 out of curiosity?
I do.
You have a 6 in aura?
Yup.
That's a
Well,
lot.
hopefully it's Aura this time.
Hopefully, we get some art going on up in here.
And with that, I need someone to roll a d6 to figure out as Mum activates
I will
what
roll it.
what
Rolled
task.
it.
I think everyone's rolled as well.
everyone rolled it.
I mean, I think Ambrose deserves to roll it. He got
Ambrose
jumped
do.
last.
I'm not sure. I want to use up my good rolls.
You're valid.
I will
You're
take
valid.
it.
That's true.
That luck is a resource.
Well, I rolled a 1.
A 1.
Yep.
Think that. Ooh.
That is going to
Get rid of
be
ones, of course.
the core of Old London.
The core. The core.
No, don't bring the core back. How dare you?
Roll a d4.
I can. I hope
Give us
we
a
get
good
a.
number.
I hope I get a 4.
I hope you get a 1.
I got a 4.
A 4
Damn.
begins making. Mum begins pulling up several of these different screens and goes,
I believe this would be quite perfect. There is a old noble family, old blood, in the core of Old London, who are going to be preparing for a party soon. They said they needed some people to help with butlering around the hall as they have things set up before the main event. I believe that would be perfect work for you all. Now, have a good day.
and with that, Mum vanishes. With that, you are all uploaded and find yourselves this time in this strange, expansive mansion that you are in. As you all begin to kind of awake, you can see that there are already other homunculi from this line that you have all been lined up, kind of plugged into these Mum terminals that are awakening and beginning to ready themselves, doing different chores around the house, readying themselves. You can see that there appears to be a homunculi butler with a big kind of carved mustache who's going through going, all right, wake up, let's go, all right. Beginning to move you all through there. Oh, sorry, I realized I didn't give you all a chance to plan before that. Before all this happens, you all have a chance to plan.
What's the stat we're using?
This is going to be Aura.
Aura.
I got the big 3.
To plead to you, since we are such good friends, of course, since you have 6 aura and you only need 5, I would like to ask you to lend me one for this turn.
Oh,
So
does
you-
anyone that have 4 aura? 'Cause I think they could probably use the boost the most.
I have 2.
I also have 2.
I have 3.
Together we have 4.
So I'm still asking.
And what do you have, Maximilian?
I have 3 as well, but I think I'm doing fairly well on money, so if I fail, it's not the worst thing in the world. I would just ask that you don't vote for me if something goes poorly.
If anyone's willing to give one, I can promise to have your back, but if not, I understand.
I don't very much trust you. So
Well,
I
don't
Can I
think you're
afford
worth
will be
so-
going with
to give you an 8.
Jameson and Maximilian. If you both want one, I can give you one.
I will humbly accept.
As will I.
So I have 4.
And with that, you will be needing 5 successes. With that, you are all uploaded, and as I said, you are all sent out with the other butlers. Whoever would like to start, you can begin explaining what sort of preparations are you doing preparing for this large party here in the core of Old London.
As I think I am the most likely to fail, I would go first.
All right.
I am going to. There are other butlers.
There are, yes.
All right. I am going to go up to them, kind of give a quick, fast talk, like, "All right, what are we doing here? What can I do to help?"
You see that the butler with the big handlebar mustache starts. He goes, "I believe some work is needed in the kitchen, preparing some dishes for the meal."
All right. Time to go make something explode
All right.
in their mouths. Don't worry.
Head off to go do some kitchen work.
2 6s.
Oh man.
Hell yeah.
That's a
The
2.
greatest
I need
redemption
3
arc ever
more
made.
success. I still need to get 2 more. 2 more 6s again.
I think this is
Whoa.
rigged. Possibly.
Oh my god. 1 1 and 1 4.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Wow.
Giving by, of course.
So after doing some kitchen work, you begin to kind of prepare. So you got 5 successes.
This is the most robotic food. It tastes amazing, but this is the most robotic food you ever did see. I got 5.
Continuing to kind of prepare stuff, you eventually prepare a good number of dishes that are sent outward towards the main hall. Who would like to go next?
I think I could. Maximilian is spurred on by Amanda's faith in his ability to do something with their teachings. So he will attempt to mimic whatever advice that Ermelandis gave to him beforehand to the best of his ability.
All right. Go ahead and as you begin making your way out there.
That's 3 failures and a 6. So I get to roll 1 more for the 6.
Do you have your reroll?
I do. I have a couple of rerolls with Aura, actually. So I'm going to use all my memories if I can, because Maximilian is spurred on by the faith of Ermelandis. So I have 2 successes, 1 from the 6. I need to get all 3 of these other to be successes.
Oh.
So I
man.
will use my first Aura memory. Looking at, I assume this manor has some children.
Mm-hmm.
I will find one of the children doing their
robot children.
obligatory poetry practice, and I will wistfully lament the corporate identity of the world today, and reroll. Nice. It's 3 more failures. But you see that wistful poetry is not all I've got. After I wistfully lament the poetic world with this child, I will then play a game of Go Fish with them. 'Cause that's about the only game that Sir Maximilian's intelligent enough to play.
What memory is this?
That was the one playing a game with friends, and the first one was poetry.
Gotcha.
So, okay, I got a 4, a 6, and a 1. 6 matters. That's another 6.
Oh boy.
Nice. Is that
That's a total of 5 successes.
Total of 5 successes, that'll do. You keeping the children
That is the most-
entertained and playing with the kids of this noble family and stuff, keeping them all contained as the others continue to kind of gather stuff around. And yeah, and the other thing too, I think I said this, but with the memories, once you use them, the memory, is gone. It's also not, like it's the, so like even if the memory could allow you to activate 2 stats, the whole memory is gone.
Yeah.
Not
I
just that.
marked those with good vibes in our
Cool.
history, so they are gone.
But yeah, so you go and spend some time after recalling these memories and regaining
Maximilian's getting a little frustrated because he's not doing great, but he keeps rallying.
rally. All right, Damien, Kyle, Alex, who wants to go next?
I can. So I start taking cleaning supplies and start going around the manor and dusting everything off as much as I can, while also just talking with the other homunculi and making sure that the manor is as spick and span as we can possibly get it.
Boom.
Okay. I only have 4 die, so it's just really menacing that like I'm gonna need 1 more. I'm like, oh god.
Need a 6.
Okay. There's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. Ah! Sorry. Okay, I have a 6, so... Fuck. Okay. So I have 3 successes. So
Remember too that those 6s, they add extra dice to your pool, so if you use those rerolls with 6s, you can reroll the extra dice added from the 6s to the pool.
Oh hell yeah! Okay.
Yeah, that's how I was able to do it, is rerolling
Okay.
the extra 6 roll die.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is, while being in this manor, and seeing the pretentiousness of the people who live there, as well as the snot-nosed brats of children, I am filled with anger and remember a time where someone who was at a much higher position than I am challenged me and thought that I was lesser than them. I wanted to kill him, but I didn't because killing was too nice for him. So instead, I choked him out.
What? What is this
Wait, that's the
memory?
memory. That's the memory I had. So that's what that recall. Also, by the way, that was just like my energy as a human. That was just amazing to that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna re-roll 2,
Okay.
and hope that I get my 2, cause if not, no. Oh, I got another 6. Okay. Oh god. Fuck. Okay, but I got another 6, so I can go again, right?
You can add, remember,
Okay.
you don't, also when you're re-rolling all the dice, you don't have to re-roll all of them, you can pick up some dice from the pool to re-roll.
Yes, I did that. Yeah.
Cool.
I picked up the 2 that failed, and then I re-rolled a 6 during that. So I'm just gonna.
So do you have any other aura memories you can trigger?
Well, I didn't roll my 6 that I rolled when re-rolling.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So you still have
So
more dice
yeah.
to roll. Cool.
Yeah. Okay, we're good. It was
You're
a
good?
6. I'm good.
Boom.
So I finished cleaning.
Finish your
Make it look
cleaning.
Spotless.
And you see, yes, the homunculi with the big mustache who's kind of analyzing stuff walks by, and you see, without even saying anything, just nods to you. Very, very approved of your work. And continues his way forward, monitoring the others. Kyle and Alex, who's going next?
I can go. I, with the added knowledge that I got from ML, so kindly, walk up to the butler and say, I am at your disposal. What do you need for me to do this fine day?
You see that the butler kind of begins to look around and goes, well, some of the guests are already beginning to gather out at the front doors. Can you begin to lead them in slowly, but make sure they stay in the main hall. We don't want them coming back to the dining area yet until it's all set.
Of course, I walk around and I dig idle chat while also organizing where everyone is at the same time.
Give me an aura check.
Okay, let me roll my button.
Griffin, I gotta give props to shotgun dice mechanics. They're very fun.
They're awesome. I love exploding dice.
I got 4 successes plus a 6, so let's add another.
6, add another.
It was a 5, I got 5 successes.
Ooh. Nice. So you make your way out front, begin greeting many of the people that are out there, talking with them about some of the stuff. You see one of the people that's out there is this old blood kind of noble woman who you can see is out there, and she goes, I must ask, have you been to the Manchester-Liverpool district?
Of course I have. What's...
I've been hearing these rumors about some sort of violent uprising among the lower classes. Is this true?
Of course not. Where would you hear such drivel?
Well, I just couldn't imagine why. The Imperium brings so many good things to the poor. I don't see why they would ever want to rebel against us. Like, you're happy, aren't you?
Of course, why would I be happy? I've never been, disheveled before in my life.
Of course. Well, I'm glad to know. I will go ahead and spread the word to the others. I'm glad to know that there are some honest homunculi still out there.
Of course.
And with that, she makes her way back into the crowd. All right, Alex, you're up.
That was some professional schmoozing.
Okay, I'm going to do a minor miracle. So, I guess I too will go to the mustachioed gentleman and ask what needs to be done.
You see, he goes, well, the food's almost ready. We need someone to set the table, though, and make sure that the silverware is perfect. It needs to be perfect.
Would there be cheese?
Perfect.
Okay. I'm going to roll my 2 aura.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Not perfect enough.
Any memories you can trigger?
No. This is aura, right?
Aura.
I can trigger one. Okay.
What is your memory?
I do not know how to fit this into the context of the game.
It can be very loose. What's the memory?
To directly quote, it's after hours of gaming. After hours of gaming went to IDX.
Who wrote that?
So I guess that my memories of eating in a dining hall.
It reminds you of the dining hall set up here.
The dining setup.
Yeah.
Okay, so
At IDX.
A lot of 6s in a row here.
You got this.
Let me just mark this off.
Will did it.
What?
I said you only had 2 dice, right? You rolled all those 6s,
Yeah, I did.
so
I rolled 4.
Insane luck.
if Will did it, you can.
I got 2 successes, but no 6s.
Oh, man. You set up everything, but you see the scowling face of the homunculi as he realizes you did not set it up perfectly. You have upset the upper class.
The spoon goes
And with that,
Salad pork on the right side.
right.
the crowds of people are let in, who begin to gather around. As you can see, they dismiss all the butlers and stuff as the smaller serving staff comes in to do the main service here. But they thank you for their time, and they say that your fees will be transferred to your accounts. And with that, you all feel as consciousness fades away. But before that, you all had some things that reminded you of stuff while you were there. But what exactly was it?
I was reminded of my previous failure.
Your memory was the last mission. Sending them out. Alex, yours has been sent.
Okay. Though I did not know how the plates went per se, being in the house with such intricate organization and moving parts reminded me of mechanical intricate pieces and such.
Will?
Already? I was using honey in my cooking, and that reminded me of it. Slathering honey on some biscuits.
Kyle.
Okay. While I was schmoozing with the old lady, I realized.
You're talking about the bird.
I realized.
You're talking about matriarchal universal mainframe with that bird.
I realized how many skills I had acquired and how humble I was.
Truly, the peak of humility is he who says that he is humble.
Of course. What else?
Damien, I sent you yours.
Oh, great. Thank you. While I was, cleaning up the place, I noticed there was a piece of art, of space that reminded me of my past.
Oh, wait 1 second. And last but not least,
You could say the max. Get it? Because
I see. Absolutely
Stop. Oh my
terrible.
God.
like he's reminded when he's working with the children about some past times that he enjoyed working with some other individuals.
All right. And with that, everything fades away until once again you find yourselves met there with the figure of Mum, who once again, as many times pass, asks you all, how do you feel that you all did in this? I am interested to know of your performance on that last mission.
Well, I thought I did adequate. Not too bad, not too good.
I thought I did fairly amazing, of course, in my humble opinion.
Well, who would you say was the gentle bot and who the troublemaker?
That's
I know we
okay.
do not get input on what jobs we pick, but I can't help but say that I think I may be better suited to tasks that do not require social interaction.
Uh-huh.
I would agree.
Well, next time one of those positions frees up, I will be sure to alert you all.
Now, I did overhear a little something about silverware.
I'm sorry, I didn't grow up here in England. I thought the spoon went the other way.
Truly, once again, truly
it
a
normally
shame.
does, but alas, that is not the world we live in, friend. It made the host rather unpleasant. So, I'm sorry.
I'll help you out of
Ambrose.
this bind if it's possible at the end, but I do agree this was a bit of a mess up.
And that is why I am sure that one of your teammates is willing to take the fall for you in such an awful occasion. I'm sure they would not throw you under the bus a fourth time in such a horrific occasion.
The boss, he keeps failing.
But I'm sure one of you is willing to take the responsibility. Isn't that right? No? Well, I guess they hate you then. Wonderful.
Well, I mean, if I were to take the
Stop it.
fall, and then also be the good bot, I think that would be fair. Seeing as it'd be a
Is that
net loss
allowed?
of 5. Can
Well,
you be both?
the troublemaker and the good bot are quite separate. I believe that cannot be done. You see, the goodness would be coming from inside of you. Isn't that just
Well,
lovely?
we could I think Amandalus helped us out quite a lot, so I think he should be the gentle bot.
I'm fine with this.
I would agree. That was nice cleaning. I liked those shelves.
I do have to say, I do think that Jameson's talking to the folks there was very nice as well, but I do thank you for your votes.
All right.
Sorry, Ambrose.
Sorry, dude.
Ambrose is troublemaker.
whenever you are great, I will work for you. But until that day,
Think of it this way: if you get, oblivion means you don't have to deal with this.
Oh my god.
exactly, you cannot fail.
Yeah, you'll be dead, because then, like, you don't have to deal with it anymore. It's fine. We're really taking the hit here. Like, you're the real
No,
winner
I'm
in
not. Don't
this.
lie to him.
Imagine
Don't lie to
the
him. We
emotional
are not.
stress it takes on us to realize that you died.
Don't lie to the poor bastard.
Well, you're the ones who'll have to deal with some new bot in the team and see how that goes.
Exactly, so we
Yeah.
are the ones that are hurt.
So who's who's Gentlebot?
Armandalus.
Mandela's is Gentlebot.
Melandis, I think it is.
Or Melanda's.
Melandis.
Hello.
Oh man.
And
It is
poor Ambrose
It's back in debt.
is back in debt.
Oh dear.
It's -10, right? So I'm negative
Yeah,
5.
at -5. Still hypothetically, if you succeeded in the next 2, and you made that money and you were able to get people to contribute, for people that have succeeded all of them, without even bonuses, the maximum at the end of the game is $140 or £140. So potentially with donations, you could still be carried through. It's
I'm
not
gonna
too
say,
late.
Like, the rest of us are pretty close to getting over 100, so like, just succeed a little bit, my dude.
I'm trying.
$100.
I'm trying.
I'm sitting at 90.
And
We'll
with
get
that,
there.
everything fades away as we reach the second to final day, day 6. I need someone to roll a d6.
I can.
Okie dokie.
I'll roll the d4. I haven't gotten to do it yet, and I will roll a d4.
Do it.
Good.
I rolled a 3.
A 3.
We
That's
love Glasgow.
Glasgow again.
Oh, is it Glasgow?
I hate
Jesus
Glasgow.
Christ. I'm sorry. I'll give you guys my points. It's fine.
Well, I don't think it's the district that determines what score we're using.
Each one favors a score, though.
I was gonna say half of it is aura. so,
Glasgow
like,
favors Aura.
Let's hope we get
Roll a
the
d4.
answer on this one. Don't be Aura.
Who wants to be art show host again?
Woo!
What'd you get?
I got 1.
It actually so depending on ones that you have gotten before, it is actually going to change depending on ones you have gotten before.
Mom! What the hell?
Fine by me. I'm
You see-
done with Aura.
Mum over
The need
here.
for art show host has declined.
Well, I'm crossing them off. I have a list and I'm crossing them off as you guys are getting certain ones.
Yes, no more Aura.
So
Damn
it certain ones will fade out eventually. So, as you see Mum begins to go through, actually I need someone to roll a d6.
I can do it. 1.
Alright. You see Mum over here begin to go
Got that out
through,
of the way.
and goes, I believe you all were working with a certain architect by the name of Pixel, was it not?
Big fancy eyeglass? Yeah.
Yes. Well, he is now seeking a group of marble haulers to begin to carry some of this marble up, to begin construction on the very building you all planned. I'm sure that would be lovely work for you all. Wonderful. All right. Well, take care. And Mum flickers out.
Oh no.
I'm losing my touch. I could have had a snarky comment.
That's gonna be Vigor.
Yes.
I'm
Figure.
I'm sitting at a 3.
You're gonna need 6 successes.
Also at a 3. So
I'm at a 4.
I have a 5.
4.
Has anyone reached 100 yet, by the way?
I'm sitting at 100.
Got 2 at 100. For now.
Theoretically, I could still come back.
You know what, Melendez? I'm going to return the favor. You helped me out, and I can pay my debt back, and I think you're close, aren't you?
Pretty close.
I'm going to give you... what is your vigor?
I am at a 3.
I'm going to give you 3 points of vigor.
Dude!
So I'm gonna spend my entire time watching her Melendez.
Oh man.
And only have
What?
one...
What are you at, Ambrose?
I'm at. This is Vigor. I'm at 4.
Okay. What about you, Jameson?
I'm I'm sitting at a 3.
Alright, I'll pop you one.
That is much appreciated.
You know what? Last time I didn't thank you enough for what you did and kind of drew attention away from me, so, you know what? I'll give you that. I'll help you out a bit.
What day is this, Griffin?
Day 6. We got today, and we got one more day after this.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right.
A lot of time to make up for your past failures.
Yeah. What if I roll so many 6s I'm like double?
All right. Are you all set?
To roll.
Yep.
With that, the scenery around you fades away. As you begin to regain consciousness, you find yourselves in a new place. You look out over this whole sea that you can see, this huge marble quarry that you can see going out with teams of homunculi that are pulling chunks of marble, driving all these big powerful vehicles and stuff that you can see are mining with lasers into the sides of this huge quarry wall. There are teams of homunculi that are pulling up chunks of marble on these kind of rolling beds as they are making their way through. And with that, you see this gruff-looking taskmaster kind of turns, and you see she's wearing this kind of jacket, has a scar over one of her eyes, and goes, "All right, get to work!" And just without a second thought, sends you all to begin working in the quarry. I need you all to tell me what you're doing.
Okay, first of all, this song slaps. Slaps hard.
This is our late game
First of
combat
all.
theme, I
Did
believe.
you guys see the music beater I made for this?
Yes, I did on Twitter, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it was really sick. Okay, anyway, sorry.
In time, you can hear the
Um,
picks.
Yeah, I guess we're marble haulers. I guess I just get to work by just starting to pick up marble. and
Also
Chunks of marble and
Alright.
holding it, yep.
Like, just hauling it places, doing things.
All right,
you know?
start giving me...
Just, I told you exactly where to pick the marble up and exactly where to put it down. You
He
got it.
really did it, yeah.
Well, with the vigor, probably you'd be helping out as well.
Yeah.
Oh, oh god. Okay.
All right.
It's, I need 6.
6 successes.
I have 1 success so far, but wait, no, I have 2 more dice I can go. I have 2 more dice. I just rolled all of my dice like that I had in my hand, and I was like, yeah, that's it. No, I have 6. I have 2 more dice.
You got 6.
And with that, I have a 6. Okay, so I have 2 successes, but one of which is a 6. So let me roll my 6. Okay. So I have 3 successes. But, you know, this whole thing reminds me of, when I look up at the sky, I see, this is probably what, daytime, nighttime?
Kind of going into evening.
Okay, so I see the beginning of the stars starting to form along the sky, and it reminds me of a time where I used to sail but I used to travel the stars, exploring the galaxy, and I do wish to return to that one day, which, you know, that's what it reminds me of. So I have 3, so I'm going to roll 3. Okay, 6, 4, 3, but I have a 6.
Cool.
5, okay.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's enough.
Boom! So you began kind of looking up at the stars, imagining these places that you have visited. You remember your time on the St. Lazarus dependency planet, when it was first being stormed by the troops of Commander Marlowe. You remember your time there, and with that, you begin to get back to work there. That's going to be a success.
I don't like this.
All right, who's up next?
Since I was probably helping along, and I have 1 die, I'm gonna be mostly helping or Melandis, and then I'm going to turn around and see just one really, really big block of marble, and I'm gonna go for it.
That's a 6.
yeah.
6 dies at 2. So if I'm
Spending
doing
any
6
memories?
For vigor, I might have used them all.
Oh. So,
Okay, I have one memory. I look over at Ambrose, and I just think back to how much cooler
Damn.
You can't do it like that.
Jesus. What just dick move?
Damn. I see how it is.
I didn't make that memory.
oh man.
And I just get frustrated
Three.
thinking about how I'm becoming Ambrose, and I just is not
You're
going well.
as you were helping Ambrose. Your like servos and stuff were starting to burn out and break as you're going there, and by the time you're going over, your homunculus is in too bad of a state to really be able to do much other labor. And you're barely able to carry stuff over. All right, who wants to go next?
Oh, God.
Jameson and I were working together, so.
All right.
Alright, let's go over here. Let's get this over with. That's 2 6s and a 5. So 3 successes. Rolling my 2 6s. That's a 5. So 4 successes. And I think I have a memory I can use. Yeah, I've got a lot. Actually, I've got a lot of bigger ones. Pecking at this marble is just like, I remember one time I was drunk, stumbling home. I couldn't find my keys. I tried jumping my fence, and I only face planted right on the ground, right onto the marble. It's just like, well, at least I'm not face planting in it now.
Go ahead and re-roll as many dice as you want.
I'm gonna re-roll 3 dice. Need 2 more successes. That's a 6 and a 5.
Nice. That'll be enough. And with that, you successfully do your hull of marble. Kyle and Alex.
I will go next. I was working fairly close to Victor. We were working side by side, actually, and just cranking away on this marble, getting rid of most of it, or whatever we're doing with it. It doesn't really matter. I can make sure. I'll worry about anything else. Let me see what I have. Okay. 2 5s and 2 6s.
That's good. 2 6s.
What are those? It's a 3, so that's what. A 3 to 2. Luckily, I have a memory. Okay, so this is vigor. Looking at all of the people, looking at all of the homunculi working away. I remember a time in which I was overlooking a bunch of homunculi, doing their business.
Reminds you of that.
Yeah, let me see what I can get. A 6.
Boom.
Jesus, okay. A 5.
Nice.
Good.
Boom. You make your haul for the day. Alex, you're out.
Okay. I guess I'll take away one of the blocks from that Kyle, Sir Jameson?
Yamasan.
And Victor
Yeah.
have, just cut out, and I will try to carry that away. Let me make sure I have these things right. That's 2 successes, and I need 6, right?
6.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, I'm gonna use a memory. Just mark that off.
Want them explode in 6s.
I'm gonna re-roll the 2 bad ones. No, that's the button I wanted to hit. I don't know how this on my dice roll. Okay. That's two 5s and 2 4s. So I've got 4 successes, but not 6. Wait. No, that won't help me.
Oh man, just
I
barely.
I could use another memory, but then I'm risking losing my existing. Well, I'm failing anyway.
You get all 6s.
Not really a reason to hold it.
Yeah, it's today and tomorrow, and then
All right, I'll use another
That's
one.
that's
and
up.
I'm gonna re-roll all of them because like a failure's still a failure. So
go for it.
I rolled no 6s. So
Man.
in fact, I only ended up with 1 success.
Your homunculi starts short-circuiting under the weight of this as you begin flashing through your head these memories of things that are leading up to here. And as you're here, you begin to see kind of vividly in your mind Mum reaching forward in this kind of holographic void as you see this one kind of spirit of a homunculi AI touch her hand and then immediately twist and writhe for this minute before you see the just kind of particles of it vanish off into this empty void, and you see it says .hmf file deleted as you begin to just start realizing the fate which is coming towards you. And with that, after a long day's work, everyone will be receiving your final memories of the game. What is it on your second to last day of work that strikes you? Well, for Ryan, it's this.
Dude, I am just so upset that I couldn't move quick enough with that stupid piece of big marble. And that for one moment I was almost not cooler than Ambrose.
And
Damn.
for Damien, it's this.
Well, I wish I hadn't just rolled those 4 dice because that was 4 6s. Screw it.
Being with you guys all at my all at the job and seeing the other workers reminded me of a pretty pivotal point in my past.
Okay, I'm guessing I'm next.
Mhm.
Being with Victor and being surrounded by a bunch of other homunculi that were singing their praise about me and this amazing marble technique I was using. It would remind me of a time back in yonder.
Also found out I didn't mess up the memory count.
I'm
Use
proud
up
of
just the last one. Alright. And I've sent Alex and Will your final ones.
Working alongside Jameson's like, well, I certainly remember doing something very different from now. Working on more studious endeavors long into the night as opposed to all day working so strenuously.
And desperately thinking of a way to make money after another failure, I've been reminded of something I did a long time ago.
And with that, you all feel, as you fade away, beginning to check your accounts and wondering, many of you feeling confident, some of you feeling quite worried, as you all begin to realize that quite soon your bills will be up and you will need to find some way to pay them. But with that, we fade away, back to the Heaven mainframe, where the figure of Mum appears, not even saying a word, looks to you all. Your performance.
Well, I for one think that hold on, give me 1 sec. Get back to everyone. Maximilian, I don't know how you pulled that thing off. No mortal bot should have been able to pull that, so you've got my vote for Gentle Bot there, taking that over.
Well, I mean, I didn't pull it.
He failed.
Yeah, Maximilian
I
failed.
I
did
did give
fail.
quite.
Oh, I see.
I did give quite the large amount of help to Ermelandus.
He did, and I think that he deserves I mean, I think that he deserves a Gentlebot award for that.
I have no particular opinions this week today, so if you think so, sure.
I will agree if you believe that he is worthy.
I think so.
All in
Excellent
agreement?
collaboration.
Alex as well? Alright. You are given the
Sorry,
Gentlebot
I'm
award.
desperately trying to think of a way out.
Oh, Ambrose.
Oh,
Well,
buddy.
it is our favorite time. Who now shall be penalized for their
Perfect.
lack of work? Shall it be the scapegoat again? I love how wolves circle their prey.
Oh, Mom, I really gotta ask. These two awards really don't need to be separate individuals. I also messed up, and I do think I deserve the Gentlebot, but I also think I could deservedly receive Troublemaker as well.
Yet sadly, you are not ruler of the heaven mainframe, and also not the hero you believe yourself to be.
Oh,
Do
I'm
not game a
hero.
system that a god has put in place.
Oh
Do we
my God.
understand?
Blech.
Sure, the scapegoat then.
Wonderful.
I will say that
Oh.
because of the scapegoats accepting our harshness so much, I will be obliged to take the penalty.
Oh, truly, it fills my heart with such warmth to see you do such a noble act.
Sounds good to me.
Sure, the
I-
new scapegoat then.
Sure, go ahead.
Of course, you
Alright.
disagree, Ambrose.
Well, you all heard.
Your account is penalized for £10.
Okay.
Now, Ambrose, how are you faring?
Wait,
How you doing?
I get 20 now, right?
Did you... I don't believe you...
Oh, no, I didn't
Nope.
succeed. Fucking.
So I didn't
But we
succeed,
didn't
but I got
take it away.
Gentlebot.
So you get
how
5.
much? So I get 5. Okay.
What are people at right now? I'm at 115.
I'm at 110.
I'm
Not
also at
below
110.
0.
What are you at?
I'm below 0. I'm negative 5.
It's only negative 5.
Look, if we all succeed
7 successes.
and all give it to Ambrose, it's
Well,
possible.
if we all succeed, what is everyone at right now?
115.
Okay, so we got.
I think we need to
110.
not get Aura again.
So if we all succeed, so I would have 130. Kyle would also have 130.
I'd have 135.
Would have 135.
I'd have
That
130.
way, yeah. So we could all just give all our extra money.
Let's wait till we see the result of day 7.
Well, I mean, yes, but we could, in fact,
Awesome.
take Ambrose just with us, just drag him
And
to
then
the
what
other
about next
side.
week?
It truly depends on what we get this day.
That's very valid, but
Good
I'm just
night.
saying, I don't want Ambrose to die. he's really trying
This
to
is how
start
we separate the strong from the meek.
No.
Welcome to London.
Alright, and with that, reality fades away as we begin our final day. You fade in from where you are at, and you see the figure of Mum standing here. Go ahead, and as you all begin to kind of ready yourselves, I need someone to roll a d6. Let's see what sort of
I'll
job
do it.
generates itself.
You want to do it?
I'll
I
do
feel
it.
like it's fair that you do it.
Get me away from those dice.
I think
rolled
Ambrose deserves
5.
it. Yeah.
I rolled
5.
5. I don't know if we've gone there yet. I can't remember.
That is Dublin.
No,
We have
did
been
not.
there.
Did we go to Dublin once?
We did go to
Now
Dublin,
roll
but
a
that's
d4.
I can do that. I
Big
got a
money, no
1.
whammies.
A 1.
We've done one, haven't we?
Interesting.
Yeah, that's
So, you all are kind of readying yourselves, floating here as you see Mum is going through tasks and goes,
I believe you all had some experience doing some unloading of starships, is that not correct?
Aye.
of
That's
course.
true.
Well, I believe if you already have some experience in such an endeavor, it might be good for you to
And then all of a sudden, you see the screens that are around Mum. This kind of static begins to move through the screens there. As you see Mum kind of turns over and you hear a voice going, Mum! Mum! Come in! As you see one of them goes over and Mum swings the screen over. As you see it expands on the main thing. And you can hear this sort of gunfire that's beginning to go through. You see standing there in the main area is a homunculi dressed in what appears to be a kind of like Victorian police officer's uniform, who's firing with a pistol down one area, going, Mom, come in right now! We are... You see the thing kind of gurgles in for a minute. Cut off and... Oliver Phillips is here! And you see it kind of cuts out for a minute and goes, we've almost found him! Thomastine's reporting in. He goes, I think we have found the location of his base. We're gonna catch him this time. We're gonna catch him, Mum. And you see that's Mum kind of turns over to that crackling screen over there, and she goes, do be careful, Angel dearest. And with that, you see the screen that's there. The figure of the homunculi standing there gives a thumbs up as you see the screen shuts off that's in the one area. And Mum kind of looking at the screen hits this as you see all these additional screens begin to move up. Mum goes, they are quite cut off, and oh no. And you see scrolling through the anarchist leader, Oliver Phillips. You see Mum thinks for a minute, and then you see the entire thing kind of pivots over towards you all. We have a change of plans.
Oh.
We're going to need you all to deliver, some supplies in the Manchester-Liverpool district. I'm sure that you can be paid handsomely for such an endeavor. We are going to need you to deliver these to, a specific officer under my command by the name of Angel. You will need to make your way through the outskirts and near the border of the core. We should have the supply line already ready for you there, but be wary, the entire district is flooded with anarchist homunculi. Do you think that you all can deal with such a task?
What would it require?
Destroying any that deal with the supplies or touch my precious Angel. Wonderful. Well, we will have you all loaded up with the homunculi immediately. I do love how cooperative you are, my dears. And you see with that, the figure of Mum flickers out for a moment as everything fades into darkness around you all. And with that, you feel the world beginning to spin and fade one final time as you are once again brought into the bombed out streets of the Manchester-Liverpool district. You see that there are groups of homunculi that are making their way around, troops that you can see, several of which are wearing East Orion uniforms that have this huge supply line. The moment you reach there, you guys are saddled up with rifles, weapons that you are given there, and they are told that you are going to be moving through here, that you're supposed to report to an enforcer by the name of Angel, who has been working on some sort of private affairs for Mum herself. She's deeper, apparently doing some sort of operations trying to find the anarchist leader, Oliver Phillips's base. You are to deliver these supplies through the heart of the Manchester-Liverpool district, along with a small contingent of these East Orion representatives, and you are to deliver these to Angel, and not be intercepted by any anarchist homunculi.
Got it. Find the Cockney cop.
Sounds good.
Stop. Bitch.
And with that, you all set off. So, this is going to be... Let me double check. Transport supplies is energy.
Oh, God.
Beforehand, you guys can go ahead and work out any deals, though, as you are all preparing to be sent out.
God.
If it was, I had a 7 intelligence. Damn.
Yeah, I did too. I have 3 energy.
I got 4.
You
I
need
have
7
5.
successes.
I think I'm pretty good. I'm willing to take my chances.
Ryan, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
If I was gonna say, if I have energy memories I can use, I do. I have
Yeah, I've
3
got-
memories I have available for energy, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
give. Who's got what are everyone's energy
I have
scores?
3.
4.
5.
6.
Oh,
Okay, so
fucking
you're
hell,
fine.
Ambrose.
Great.
Okay.
I'm gonna give
You?
1 to Johannes over there. I refuse
Johannes.
James and Yamsen. You get 1.
I
And
think I'm good.
Damien, what was yours?
I'm at 6. Wait. I'm at 5. Sorry.
I'm gonna give 1 to you as well, so I'm at 4 because I have 3 rerolls I can use.
Oh.
So I think I can maybe luck out some 6s.
If you say so.
Yes. Honestly, I will.
I mean,
no
worst
matter
case scenario, if I
what.
fail, I don't lose very much. So.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
And with that, your supply train, as you all begin making your way through the heart of the Manchester-Liverpool district, has this eerie silence as off in the distance, every now and then you can hear explosions, sounds of gunfire, far off and distant. What all would you like to do as you are all making your train along? How all are you contributing?
Alright. As much as this is a terrible plan, I think we should split up so we're not as big a target.
We're
Go
on
along
a
with
train.
Split up.
We're on a
Are we
train
gonna
that's
put
a
up
big
on a
enough
train?
target as is.
Well, a train like we're a train of troops, you mean?
Yeah, and you have like a big supply kind of wagon. It's this kind of hovercraft that's moving along with you all that has supplies, ammunition, and stuff like that that's in there.
I would offer to assist anyone with eyes in the sky, if I'm allowed to do so, just to make sure that we have everything covered.
I would offer to scout a little bit ahead and see if I can't draw away their fire.
I will stay behind the wagon and make sure no one ambushes us from behind.
If I can sneak to the other side of that field over there, I think I can draw a few eyes away from you, so you'll have an easier time.
All right, so we can start with that then. Will, go ahead and give me an energy check as you begin making your way out there, kind of climbing your way up onto these things and scouting out ahead.
I don't have too much to lose. Less to lose with 2 6s and 2 4s.
Damn.
Ooh.
Good start, good start.
Another 6 and a 4. And that's a 5.
Damn, you've been rolling hot this game. Boom.
But
So
know
you
what? I
make
switched
your way
to
out,
using the yin-yang dice.
kind of scouting your way up there. As you're kind of making your way from one area, you hear this kind of... And as you kind of duck down, you think you see something go flying by you. And you kind of duck down, and as you kind of squint through the smoke and settling dust very far away, you think you can see this lumbering figure that appears to be wearing this black coat with this kind of metal jaw on the bottom of it, beginning to kind of deactivate this large railgun that you can see is on one of the arms as it clicks the gun back and steps back into one of the buildings.
Oh, I see it, yeah, big.
You don't know if he spotted the train, but you saw him out there and he goes falling his way back a bit of a ways. Who's going next?
I can, I guess.
Boom. What are you going to be doing? You were going back behind the train?
Yeah, I was gonna stay behind the train a little bit. I mean, still following it, obviously.
Right.
But, like, being very far away just so I can have a better view of everything, as well as hearing in the back and seeing if anyone is coming up behind us. So I need 7.
7 successes.
And I have 6, okay. Huh. Okay, we got a 4. Okay, we got a 3. We got a 5. We got a 2. 4. Ugh. 4. And we got a 5. Okay. So I got 4 and I need 7. So I'm going to... This is energy, right?
Yes, energy.
Okay. Got it. Hearing and seeing the explosions in the background and seeing all the smoke and fire, it reminds me of my time in the war, of where I lost all of my allies during, like, being ambushed. So that gives me energy. So I'm going to... I had 3 rerolls, so I'm going to take those 3 rerolls. Let me first mark this as taken. How much? Okay, I got 2 more memories I can use, so let's see. Alright, we got a 4. We got a 5. And we got a 6. Alright,
Nice.
I'm good.
All right, you make your way kind of back away from the train, and as you are kind of watching out, you kind of start making your way over, and as you are kind of looking over through, every now and then you think you can see glowing pairs of eyes that are watching from different areas, and you kind of quickly make your way up and point out that you think that there are every now and then rebel spies that are kind of trailing your progress, yet you're enough of an armed company that it seems that none of them want to engage with a bunch of East Orion soldiers and all the weaponry that you guys have here. But you definitely begin to get the idea that you are being followed. Who would like to go next?
I can go next. As I decide to be eyes in the sky, I am I'm watching Victor, seeing what he is doing while also getting a view of the landscape. And I see him aiming at this place, and then I look at where it is, and I see a shadow fall apart. And then I continue to look at Victor, the surroundings, making sure no one is coming up behind him, so he can successfully fulfill his role.
Cool. Keeping eyes on Victor. All right, go ahead and give me an energy check.
Okay. 2 6s, a 4, and a 1. So let me... A 5.
Is anyone else hearing those, like, fireworks?
Yeah, there's fireworks
Oh,
happening.
okay.
It's ambiance.
That's why Alex and I keep looking to the side.
They're celebrating. You guys are almost done with your debt cycle.
So
Whoa.
I have 4 successes.
Hooray.
I can use a memory. As I look out at the hill that Victor is currently on, it reminds me of a hill that I saw when I was a child. Let me re-roll these. A 4. And
I'll be right back.
Got a 6. Okay. Well. And I got a 5. Okay, we're good.
Nice.
I got 7 successes.
Boom.
Dude, 6s come in clutch.
So yeah, you
Floating
keep
dice are great.
kind of trailing, following, as you said, who are you keeping your eyes on, Victor?
Victor.
As you're kind of following Victor, once again, you think you can see that rail gunner kind of moving his way from one of the buildings. You kind of stop Victor at one area, make your way up there with your rifle, and as you're kind of following that area, the rail gunner at one point pops out, you take 2 shots as one of them goes flying through the air, blasts a chunk off the head of the rail gunner as you see the body of it kind of falls down, collapsing into the dust over there as it kind of settles, and you lock your rifle and kind of make your way over there, pat Victor on the shoulder, and the 2 of you make your way back to the train. All right, Ryan and Alex.
I'm ready if I got a moment.
Maximilian.
Maximilian is going to look down at that accursed sidearm. Again, doesn't know how to use it. Turn around, hand it to the closest person and be like, here, have a second. Then he's going to run forward and just try to personal homunculi decoy, run ahead of the train and just engage like small groups and try to get them to draw their fire on him as he just keeps running. Decoy marathon run.
Put all his
man.
energy into the legs.
The fastest sprint he's ever done. All right. That's 3 successes and a 3, but none of them are 6s. So I want to re-roll everything and hope with getting some 6s. And as I'm running, I run, and then a ruffian turns around the back and hits me with a lamp over the head. Fall to the ground.
Boom!
And get up. Better. Okay, 2 6s. 6 then. 1 is another 6. I'm out of d4s. Oh no, I'm not. I have 2 more. So many d4s required for this game, Griffin. Oh, we're to the metal d4s now.
Wait,
another
D4s?
Or d6s. D6s.
I was like, wait, you've been rolling
I can't roll a
D4s
six-
this
I
whole
can't roll a
time?
6 on a d4. Okay. So I have 3 6s and 4 and 2 3s and another 2. So I gotta re-roll these 3.
Oh man.
But I got 2 more re-rolls.
So
I was
wait,
banking memories.
what's your total right now?
I have 4 successes.
4 successes.
3 of which are 6s, and I have 3 dice that are failures.
All right, what's your next memory?
Okay, so my next memory, I look around and see the animals on the side of the road that are homeless, and think back to working in an animal shelter, and just get reinvigorated.
What a wholesome boy.
Okay, that's another 6, but no other success.
6s are good.
So 1 more 6 die. Okay, so I'm at 5 successes. I rolled another failure, but I've got 1 more. I need 2 of these 3 dice to be successes. So I'm gonna think back, remembering when I was young, playing games with the child in the mansion, and then pretending that there were monsters running around, and look around and see all the ruffians and the gap blasters and the railgunners as the monsters. 4 and a 6.
Nice. You begin kind of making your way forward, just kind of meleeing these guys as chunks are being blown off your homunculi. But as the train is kind of making their way forward, you come stumbling back, still barely held together with chunks blown out of your homunculus. And you hold up what you have as one of the heads of one of the ruffians that you cast down at the feet of the trail. Successfully taking out several squadrons of these enemies.
That is every memory used.
Alex.
Okay, well, I've got a very similar yet very different plan from everyone else. So while all that stuff is going on and everybody's doing their own thing, I'm going to hop off the train or whatever, the cart. I'm going to start scouting the other direction. Except I'm not going to be scouting. I'm out of here. I'm gonna make a break for it, knowing my death is imminent. I think that I'm gonna go try to find somebody try to find the neo-Marxist Union of the Rusted Chain, and see if any of if joining them can save me from my imminent demise.
Well,
so I'm gonna
are we still missing
scouting off in a direction?
We're still missing Damien.
Are we still missing
Once
Damien?
I'm out of view, I'm gonna book it.
You almost have enough money.
I was gonna give you money, man.
I guess we will wait for Damien for a moment to end this day. Go ahead and give me an energy check.
Okay, let me check. I've got a shitload of energy, so we're fine.
He's making it out of here.
I mean, it's fitting in character.
I wasn't expecting that, but then
I
you said it.
fully
It's like,
respect
yeah.
Ambrose always was the least cool.
Okay, got 3 successes, but I'm gonna... one's a 6, so I get an extra. And then I'm gonna re-roll...
I was gonna say, fun story dev stuff too. Neo-Marxist Union actually got cut. They got cut from the narrative, sadly.
But, it's in your narrative Bible, which I was looking at.
Oh,
so.
shoot, they are. They're probably in the setting somewhere,
In the
so...
lore.
They're probably in
you,
the...
you added cut stuff to this game, so...
That's true, that's true.
Okay, so...
No,
I'm going to
you're right there.
re-roll... Oh, shoot, that's not the button. I don't know how to
still wish there was,
re-roll a
like,
freaking dice on.
A side quest mechanic that could have, like, anytime one of the characters sends, like, someone on a side quest, this is what happened. How you rationalize all these quests for the homunculi.
Alright.
I'm back, by the way. Sorry about that.
Okay,
Oh.
I've got 6 successes.
Oh man, 6 successes?
He's making a break for it.
Oh.
Oh, I forgot to say...
He's going out on his own terms.
Wait, did I count all my 6s? Oh no, I have an extra 6. Okay, I can roll one more. Oh, I made it. Okay, that's 7 successes.
7 successes?
Made a break for it.
Yeah, after using my, I forgot to say, I used my memory, my memory of tinkering, I guess. It says each intricate piece fitting into place, the ticking of a clock. That boosts my energy, so I used that. And that made me roll enough 6s to get in.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm making a run for it.
All right.
I mean, I guess I could run and join
You
AI anarchist.
begin kind of. You turn your way back, and as you start sprinting away, you see one of the guards that's kind of looking over, turns over and goes, "Over there! Stop them!" And you see two of the guards come chasing after you as you start sprinting your way through all of this. And as you begin kind of making your way forward, just a bit of a way outside of here, you all immediately, the rest of you kind of get called as well. And you hear as, like, they begin to call, and you see they start going, "After them, we have a runner, we have a runner." The rest of you kind of join in, along with these people, as they begin to point that someone is running away, going, "Anarchist spy! Anarchist spy!" East Orion troops, as you are just kind of booking at, chink, 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 your homunculi in one area, you hit against something as one of your servos kind of breaks in it, through your mind flickering these images of the people you have seen deactivated within the Heaven mainframe. You are just desperately trying to rush out of here with everything you can. When finally you rush your way, kind of seeing them following you down this one main street, you rush your way into what appears to be this side factory, kind of ducking out of the way. And as you kind of duck into this factory, you kind of stop for a second. You hear footsteps of homunculi and troops making their way past you. The rest of you all kind of searching out here, still not quite sure who this runner is that they've been called for. But with that, you hear one of them spots and goes, "Over there, in that factory!" And you see, as you are kind of in there, these images flickering through your mind, you open your eyes, and you see, as your 4 allies, as well as several East Orion troops, come marching into the building that you're at. You hiding there kind of look up, and you all realize who it was that was running away from your group. You're cornered. What do you want to do? What do you want to say?
Oh, buddy.
What? Okay, so I'm cornered by everyone I know, and then more?
It's the 4 of them,
Why
and
is he cornered?
he just started running away. You just saw him just start booking it away from the rest of the group.
Coward!
And you see him now there, his homunculi all battered against the side of this wall. East Orion troops have their guns trailed on him. You can see there are red dot laser sights moving along on him as the 4 of you are in here as well. Would any of you like to say anything?
I would like to say that it would make sense that he was a spy, since he obviously made sure to mess up as many times as possible to give himself a reason to escape.
I got nothing to say.
That wouldn't make sense, but... Oh, God.
And with that, you see that the East Orion troops that are over here, the one kind of looks over to the other one and goes, "Well, then that's about settled. Looks like he was already going to get deactivated anyway." You see loads up the gun. Let's just get this execution over with.
No!
And then it's at that moment that you see from out behind you, some 10 bombs go through the air, and you see that as these officers begin to turn, ricketing explosions, boom, 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 shake as you feel the entire building begins to shake around you. And you see through all of the smoke, 2 orange eyes flicker, and you see the hat lowers as Oliver holds out his hand, and you see all these troops begin making their ways in as the East Orion troops start falling back. You see one of the East Orion troops comes making his way forward, holds up a gun towards Oliver, who takes out a bomb, hits this detonator on it, and slams it into him, detonating this East Orion soldier, who goes screaming through one of the walls of the building. You see Oliver kind of turns over, looks over towards you in the middle of all of this, and holds out his hand.
Okay, I guess I'll take it. I'll go.
You all look over at your friend over there. And as you are all standing here, Ambrose, you kind of turn and look at the rest of them, and you see you run over, picking up some of the weaponry that's over there. As you see Oliver turns to the rest of you, the 2 eyes on there. "The inevitable cannot be stopped, my friends. Welcome to London. Will you join me?"
Maximilian's gonna raise the severed head of one of the ruffians that he took down. slam it on the ground and walk back to the soldiers.
You're making your way back.
To
Yamasen.
the mum soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Yamasen looks at what Maximilian does with respect, glares over at Ambrose and said, "You're a failure from the beginning," and then walks off.
Who are you siding with?
I'm siding with Mum, of course.
You see this detonator lights up in Oliver's hand as he kind of looks over towards the troops, which more troops start packing their way around, East Orion soldiers targeting in. You see Oliver is in the midst of all these red light dots that are shining all around him as he's just glaring through all the smoke at all these troops around.
Ambrose, you didn't think you were beating me to oblivion, now did you? I'm gonna walk towards Oliver.
Make your way over towards
You're
Oliver.
not beating me there yet, boyo.
I'm gonna look at Maximilian and Yamison and say, this isn't worth 100 pounds every week, and I go towards Oliver.
You step over. The two of you make your way over as you see East Orion troops throw guns over into your hands. You see Oliver looks left, right, over towards them all. Glances over to the three of you that are over here and goes, "You're not the only one who's lost people in all this. But things have to get done." And you see with that, Oliver hits the bomb that's on the side of there. In the entire circular area around the factory, you see landmines start going boom, 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 and exploding all around the building as Oliver goes, "Come with me." And with that, you see Oliver starts dashing away. Are the rest of you guys following?
Sounds good to me.
You two going. East Orion troops go after them as you see they begin making their way through there towards that area. You see Oliver comes pulling out into the middle of the alleyway as you all come making your way over towards that. But by that point, Oliver, along with Ambrose, Victor, and Ermeldia, or I keep mispronouncing your name. Ermelandus?
Yeah.
And Ermelandus disappear off into the alleyway. The two of you remaining there with the rest of those troops. As you see from down the street, you hear a voice going, "After him! After him!" And you can see that this group of troops continuing to make their way forward. In the middle of them, you see Angel stops and starts calling more troops in and goes, "I want battalions over there and over there. We're going to search and split them up. Thomasine, take the division." And you see that the commander who's wearing the jacket over there goes, "All right, East Orion, let's go." And you see she starts making her way down that street. You see Angel walks over to the two of you and goes, "Which way did he go?"
I'm gonna show them the way, but I'm also gonna yell, "After this, I want joining up.
And you see
No more default labor. I think I've proved I'm a good combatant."
You see Angel takes 2 steps forward, looks back, and the 2 eyes on carved in the sides of her helmet glow for a moment. And with that, we fade away to only 2 people remaining. Maximilian and Yamasen. The 2 of you, as we fade away from this scene, are seen somewhere else, floating in the midst of the Heaven mainframe.
Truly, that was a terrible story. I don't even want to hear the ending. Like, I've already downloaded the ending from your consciousness, but I don't want to hear the ending. I will review the files on my own pastime. I need some tea or something after that.
And you see with that, Mum kind of goes making her way over through the kind of mainframe, pulling up more things.
And goes, I hope Angel dear will be fine with all this. So many things happening in London these days. Well, do the 2 of you have your rent?
Of course.
I'm sorry, before that. I believe you'll need to decide on a gentle bot and a troublemaker between the 2 of you.
I think we know who the troublemaker is.
Yes, of course. It was you. I was the gentle boss because I saw from the beginning that Ambrose was evil, and I also, Bryn.
Johannes, I couldn't care less. I'm gonna look up to Mum and go, "Look, give me a combat suit, put me in with the rest of them. I took down more than most of your soldiers have ever done."
More and more being shipped off to Manchester, Liverpool. Quite a shame, really. But I do suspect that something big will happen there soon. I suppose we will need every hand we can get. And with that, prepare for combat assignment. I'm sure Commander Lawrence will be able to get the best use out of both of you.
And from there, we fade away from the Heaven mainframe, the bombed-out ruins of the Manchester-Liverpool district, where the three of you stand alongside other Gap Blasters, ruffians who are battered down over there, and you see that Oliver makes his way up towards you, dips his hand into what appears to be a kind of this like thick oil that's over there. On each of your homunculi, smears onto your forehead the A-I that is marks on the top of your head, pats you on the shoulder. We have work to do. And that's the end of our session.
Oh, that was so much fun.
To be continued in the video game Through Rust We Are Returned, which all these wonderful people are working on, and...
You should buy it
Out
for free.
May 14th on Steam.
Please wishlist it, because oh my god, it's so good.
you'll be seeing more of Mum, and Angel, and Thomasine, and Oliver, and who can forget the star of the show, Ruffian 1. Little known
All
fact.
of us are the characters who die off screen.
If you put the cheat code in, you can see Yamasa.
I was actually
Yamasa.
Blaster 13, thank you.
You were Cat Blaster 13. Oh man.
That was
Well,
so
cool.
much fun.
I died in the tutorial.
Thank you all very much. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream here though. Check out Through Rust We Are Returned. Thank you for watching this. Have a good one.
There you go.
Play the game and play the tabletop game too because it's fun.